Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more. Whenever, wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Start spinning today for the chance to redeem some sweet prizes. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus TNCs apply.
Hey, it's D4. The best sports trips aren't just about the game. It's about the whole experience. With Absolute Sport, that experience is built around you. Whether it's an El Clasico match followed by a night in Madrid, oh yeah, or a company outing at the U.S. Open, they'll customize everything to fit your perfect trip. If your event has a ticket, they'll build a package around it. So what are you waiting for? Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport and make your dream trip a reality.
Captor, here's the scenario. Your home is flooded, and the damage is
You
severe.
did?
Now it feels like your insurance
Was he really? Okay. That dude's talented.
in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gat. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256 or avnergat.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gat. Your claim, our game.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Winning matters, especially after an accident. At calljacob.com, we're here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to calljacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB.
Okay, huddle up. We're a great team, but the flu is dominating. The good news is the human we're protecting just got his flu shot. That means all of us antibodies have strong new gear that will help us fight and defend against the flu. We must win so that our human can stay healthy and help protect the people he cares about most.
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu. Gear up with a flu shot to help protect yourself and others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu. Learn more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Having low income can mean making tough choices. Choosing between paying for food or medication or a place to live is a reality for many people. Do you know someone who could use some extra help? Find out about the Supplemental Security Income Program, SSI, administered by Social Security. You could receive monthly SSI payments if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. SSI is money you can use to help pay for basic needs, like putting food on the table, keeping the lights on, paying the rent. It can mean new shoes for growing feet or help with medical needs. Call 1-800-772-1213 or visit ssa.gov/SSI to schedule an appointment or start to apply today. That's ssa.gov/SSI. This message produced by Social Security at U.S. taxpayer expense.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
710 ESPN. Your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles. A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Travis Rogers, DeMarco Farr.
The far side. You ready for the far side? I'm in the far side.
You're in the far side.
Welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. So let's get to the fun, shall we? The Travis and DeMarco Show right now.
Yeah!
Yes, sir!
Travis and DeMarco Show out on location, no less, D-Far.
I may beat up a wrestler. He's right there. That guy right there.
We have a luchador on site, so that's very exciting.
Yep,
There's a lot going on this morning. We got a million things to get to.
Big time.
Obviously.
Mahomes getting his butt kicked.
Oh, my goodness. I didn't think such a thing was possible.
Man.
It not only was possible, but it was
incredible. Yep.
From the jump, all night long, never really stopped, and the Eagles just walked them up and down the field all night.
This is funny. How would you characterize that game? It was just a football game.
Butt kicking.
It was a butt kicking.
Yeah.
I had a great time watching that.
Yeah.
Defensive efforts. When I see Mahomes look like that, look shocked, like he doesn't know where the next hit's coming from, I've never seen that before. Never seen that look, that body language. I loved it.
You know, it's funny. So we'll get into this in a second.
Yeah.
But I kept waiting for that moment to have that oh, here he comes.
Yep, me too.
And wait, because Susan, my wife, when we're watching the game, she's like, oh, this thing's over. I'm like, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. 24-0. It's not over yet. Like, don't disrespect that guy. That's Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
They can get going with just all of a sudden, boom, it could be 24-21.
What did they say the real score was 34-0 or 40-6?
Yeah.
But
the
when
final
he put
score is
up
not
22,
indicative.
I'm like, how much time does he have left? There might be a miracle
That's
here.
how bad it was.
Right.
Even with a couple of late touchdowns, you're like, no chance.
Yep.
Kenny Pickett was out there.
Yeah. It was so wildly lopsided. We'll get to all that in a second. Let me tell you where we are today. We are at the beautiful San Gabriel Country Club here in San Gabriel, California, for the Jaime Jarrin Foundation Golf Tournament. They are raising money for scholarships. They are raising money for fire victims here at Eaton Fire, not far from where we're sitting right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk with Jaime. I got a chance to chat with him a little bit just a few minutes ago, and as always, it is just a pleasure to get a chance to talk to him, talk to our pal Steve Sax.
Yes.
He's going to come by here in just a little bit. So
I touched him. He's yoked.
Yeah.
He's up under there.
Steve's a pretty fit guy.
Yeah, let's get that shirt
Pretty
off.
fit guy.
See what's going on. Yeah.
Well, you were getting ready to grab the luchador and see what was going on.
We're going to go. We're friends now. We
guys made
we
nice?
kind of buried the hatchet. But, okay, you see this hole right here to your left?
Yes.
Okay, so what would be impressive to you? You're a golfer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so sinking a putt from where to that hole would impress you?
Oh, shoot. I mean, even halfway from where we're standing now, we're 35, 40 feet from it right now. Anything outside of 15 feet
I
is
sank
pretty
a
good.
20-footer.
I believe you.
I sank a 20-footer.
When did
I
this
had
happen?
Witnesses. Where'd he go?
Oh, right here? This morning?
I saw it.
Leo Gutierrez.
How
this guy.
far away were you?
20 feet.
That's
I
pretty
sank
damn
a
good.
20-footer with his putter.
Okay.
Drained it.
How many tries?
One.
One
Center
for
stroke,
one?
Kaboom. It's Luka night, baby.
All
we
right.
don't miss.
Hey, no,
I got
look,
the Luka fever.
I am deeply
Come on.
impressed. All right,
77. There you go.
I have a quick story to tell you about this particular golf course. As you may or may not know, I grew up not far from here at all. I grew up in Arcadia, which is over there.
This is you?
Okay. This is kind of.
Let me take this in. This is Travis Land?
Well, yes.
Okay.
More close enough.
I didn't see enough
Yeah.
7-Elevens. Go ahead.
I drove by 3 of them coming
Did you
in.
really?
You
I
must have
missed all
taken
of
a
them.
different. No, I saw
missed
them
all
all.
of them. Yeah.
So lots of 7-Elevens. So I grew up not far from here, maybe 5-6 miles.
Okay.
Okay, not far. This is a beautiful golf course, San Gabriel Country Club.
Yeah.
It's also a private country club.
Oh.
You have members only, right? And members and guests.
Oh.
So I was.
Hold your nose up.
I was not a member nor a invited guest.
Okay.
However,
Bagger Vance.
However,
Yeah.
when I was in high school
Yeah.
and early in college, you know how much I love to play golf.
Yes.
And
Don't tell me you used to sneak in. Please don't tell me you used to sneak in.
so these 2 holes here, DeMarco, this one you're looking at here, and then
Yes.
there's another one that runs parallel to it here.
Yeah.
This is the first hole. The other one coming back is the 18th hole.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
And we're sitting here right by the clubhouse. Beautiful spot. On the other side of that road, where you can see the cars going by,
Right
are
there.
the remaining 16 holes on the other side of
Other
the street.
side over here.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Now, on that other side of the street, there is a drainage basin that runs through it that
How would
goes
you know
through a neighborhood. If you park
You
in the
didn't go
neighborhood,
fresh underground, did you?
you used to be able to kind of just walk in and play a
Wow.
few holes. And my buddies and I used to sneak in late, at 7 o'clock in the summer. So you still got like an hour or so
Okay,
of light.
yeah.
And we would play a few holes. So I have played almost every hole on that side and never either one of
Never
these.
over here.
Come, this is where the people were.
Oh, this is
where
the
people having
This-
dinner and
okay.
lunch. So
did you ever get caught?
Once.
Once. They run
And
you
the
off.
guy was great. No,
Yeah.
the guy knew we were kids. We were, 18 or whatever it is. And he's like, hey, listen, I know what you guys are doing. It's totally fine. Just take good care of the golf course and we did. We weren't being
You weren't
punks
messing
about it.
around. You're playing golf.
We were playing golf.
Yeah. Gotcha.
We were using the land as it was intended. And
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
like, just be chill.
You should
and he was
encourage
great,
that.
so-
Don't kick the kid
No.
out if he's playing. If he got in here,
So we
clearly wants to play. Yeah.
I have been here before, but this is the first time I've come through the front door.
You got to play. Okay, so you got to play 18 here then.
Yeah, well,
You
yeah.
gotta
I need
complete
to
the
I need to check these 2 off of my my list.
Yes, you got to complete the mission. If you started as a kid here and you never played all 18, you got to do it here. That's
Yep.
awesome.
That qualified for me being a bad seed. That was me being a bad
If that's
guy.
the worst of it,
That's
not
about the worst
Did
of
you full golf clubs or just 1 or 2 golf clubs?
No. We would take our whole bag.
full bag. Oh, my God.
We were dressed appropriately. We
Okay.
had the right. We would rake the bunkers. We would replace divots. We were
Nice.
We were good members
were
of
golfing.
the club.
Okay.
And we would call it our club.
It's your club.
You want to go to the club? Yeah, let's go. Do you have to wait till about 6:30? Maybe if you're feeling a little aggressive, maybe 6:15, and try to get a handful.
I love that out of you. I do.
Yeah.
I love hearing that about you.
Yeah, it was
we
great.
used to sneak in the drive-in movies. Yeah, that was our thing. Yeah, I love it. You snuck into a golf course.
So
yes.
we are here, San Gabriel Country Club, the Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Foundation,
Yes.
a fundraiser for them. A whole bunch of ball players are going to be here. We're going to talk to as many of them as we can. But obviously, DeMarco, today is Super Bowl day, and you know what it reminded me of yesterday?
Yes. What?
All the Super Bowls we had in like junior high and high school and early college that were just
the annihilation,
lopsided annihilation.
Denver getting smashed by San Fran. Those games.
Yeah, just games that Denver getting smashed by Buffalo, getting smashed by Washington. There were just you get an occasional good one in there. Washington killing Denver. The Doug Williams game.
Yeah.
That was one of the first really ugly Super Bowls we've had in a while. We've had pretty good games over the last 10 or 15 years.
Okay, because I keep getting thanked, and it's always awesome. Thank you for winning the Super Bowl, all that stuff. Like I did it by myself, but it's cool. But I do get thank you for making the Super Bowl exciting again. And I'm trying to remember the Super Bowls before me. Atlanta got trounced. That was the year before.
They got killed by Denver.
Denver killed them.
Yep.
What happened the year before that? I don't remember. It was Denver again.
Denver beat Green Bay in San Diego. Wasn't particularly close.
Is that the let them score thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not necessarily thrilling.
The 80s and 90s did not have a ton of great games.
The NFC was killing the AFC.
The NFC had something like a 13 or 14-game winning streak.
Yeah.
They were winning every single year. Occasionally you'd get one that was relatively close.
I'm looking at this like 1988, 42-10.
Which one was that?
55-10. That 42-10 was the Washington team in the Broncos.
Okay, annihilations. Okay,
Yeah.
so no wonder. I'm like, this is vaguely familiar.
It felt very familiar.
I felt like a kid again.
And
I
really,
loved it. Yeah.
The only bad ones we've seen in recent memory, we saw actually Kansas City get beat up pretty good by Tampa a few years ago. And then you go back to that was the one where Seattle killed Denver, where they just blew them out nice and early. But other than that, we've had pretty good games until last night. And should we be surprised that was as lopsided?
No, I was telling the guys and girls, earlier today before the show, I don't know how you beat Philadelphia. I swear I don't. When you've got Saquon Barkley back there that you have to commit extra resources, you have to bring the safety down to stop him. You can't do it with 7 in the box. He's going to kill you. Well, that leaves you one-on-one with those receivers on the outside. Pick your poison. The only
and you got
downside,
a pretty good quarterback.
A good quarterback. That's the only thing. I thought that was the biggest aha moment, or the biggest moment that no one really talked about was Jalen Hurts.
He's real good.
Is the MVP and picked them apart. Yeah, it was tremendous. I don't know how you beat them. I don't know if it was who said it. Was it Colin that said this might be the beginning of a new dynasty in Philadelphia? Because I really don't. With that defense, that young, that offense built, I don't know how you beat them right now.
Yeah, they're loaded up.
Yes.
And this is, we always do this, that after we get the result, we go back and say, we should have known what this was going to be. But you don't have to be a genius to kind of reverse engineer this thing. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia only lost 3 games all year.
Yeah.
Okay, so this was not a team that was doing anything.
Should have been 4. But go ahead.
Well, they lost 3 games all year.
Yeah.
They have, like, all those things that you talked about. They have a quarterback who not only is very good, he's experienced. They have the best running back in football. They've got a defensive front that is legit. They're loaded up with weapons all over the place.
And now they have a Super Bowl winning head coach.
They've got a Super Bowl winning head coach now. This was, and by the way, they were just kind of grinding people up all season long. Mm-hmm. The Chiefs, on the other hand, had a better record than they did, but I don't want to say smoke and mirrors because you either win or you lose. I'm not going to do that, but they played a bunch of really close games, a bunch of them. And then all of a sudden you put those two teams together, and it looked like a mismatch. And we even going into the game, it was, okay, if you're just checking boxes, Philly or KC, every box got checked by Philly except for the quarterback and coach box. And we kept saying quarterback and coach, most important thing. Well, when it's 10-2, go with the 10.
Yes. Outside of quarterback, if you do that Dan Dierdorf, take your best 22.
Yep.
It's going to be all Eagles, with the exception of one guy, Mahomes. And that's what it looked like. I thought Alex Smith nailed it. It looked like Mahomes was out there by himself.
It did.
And the pressure got
really help that much.
No.
He had a bad day.
He was getting hammered. And here's the thing, where I have to give Sirianni credit or take a shot at Andy Reid, which is hard because he's Andy Reid. I thought he was out-coached by one standpoint. When you moved Tooney out to tackle,
he got his ass.
He's tough. he got hammered out there, and you put and I said this, I'm trying, you put Joe Bag of Donuts at guard against that defense, you're not running the ball.
Yeah.
Good luck with that. Your quarterback's
Jalen Carter's standing in there. Jalen Carter's
That's
standing
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're going to be running for your life all game long. I mean, it was set up for Mahomes to be the greatest quarterback we've ever seen, except Philadelphia is that group right now.
Are we underrating the addition of the offensive and defensive coordinators for the Eagles? They added Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore this offseason.
Yeah.
At least Kellen Moore is going to be gone next year.
Yeah. Talking like to Sean McVay and all the offensive gurus, all the guys that have Liam Cohen, all these guys that are offensive geniuses. When you talk about defenses, you talk about great coordinators. When the name Fangio comes up, they change.
Yeah.
They really do. Like, he is on the cutting edge of that side of the ball like they are on this side of the football. So, no shock. You give him that much talent with that ability to coach and lead and get guys going in the right direction, oh, my goodness. Yeah, I did. There were times when I felt bad for Mahomes.
I did not.
Why? I got no truck with him.
No, nor do I. But when you win as much as the Chiefs have won and you win as much as he had and you have as many moments as he has, watching him get beat is not unsatisfying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it was just one of those, and he just got beat. It wasn't like they had bad luck. It wasn't like they just got it handed to them from the beginning. And had this been his, he was a 40-year-old guy who got there for the first time, that would be oh man, that's a rough way to have it go.
Yeah.
He's already got 3 in his back pocket. He's coming back for more.
But I don't want to hate on him for that. If that were, I'll give you this. If that were Aaron Rodgers, I would have been throwing a party.
Yeah.
Hit him again. Drop an elbow. Yeah, first 15 on me, but I got no truck with Mahomes. The only thing that kept him from making history was he ran into a better football team. That's it. He hasn't had a misstep besides the flop, that thing. And he apologized immediately.
Yeah.
After that, I love the guy again. He's talented. I still think he's going to wind up being the best quarterback ever.
Let's talk about that.
Go
Steve Sax is going to join us here in just a little bit, so we'll talk with him. We'll talk about what's going on today. We'll get a little spring training, by the way, open baseball season just around the corner. We got Luka making his debut for the Lakers tonight. Probably. We've been saying that for a while. We're waiting for official word, but we got a million. Mark Williams, by the way, no longer a member of the. Was he? Do we ever count him as a member of the Lakers?
Did he put on a uniform?
No, okay. I don't even think he stepped foot in the building, but we'll figure all of that out. Also, the PGA Tour is heading back to Torrey Pines for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. That, of course, is the event that is typically held at Riviera, but for obvious reasons, it got rescheduled down in San Diego at Torrey Pines. So listen to our show today through the end of the week, Monday through Friday, for the cue to call. And when you hear it, you're going to want to be caller number 7 at 877-710-ESPN. That number is 877-710-3776 to win 1 4-pack of general admission tickets to the Genesis. Here's who's in that field. It's awesome. Tiger Woods, Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa, and a whole
and
lot
DeMarco
more
Farr sinking a 20-footer.
Well,
that's
get
right.
your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com. Steve Sax getting ready to join us next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
Now the Lakers are going to be very dangerous. I'll share this story with you. I was listening to.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Sylmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
And Sierra Hall, all live at the Hollywood Bowl for the Outlaw Music Festival on May 16th. Tickets are on sale now, but you can win yours right here. This Ticket Thursday on ESPN LA, we're hooking up listeners with 4 pairs of tickets to see these legendary artists take the stage. Tune in Thursday for your cue to call and win. The Outlaw Music Festival, May 16th. Willie, Dylan, Billy Strings, Sierra Hall. Presented by Live Nation. Don't miss it.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED because millions of men experience it, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. Well, Hims can help. Through Hims.com, you can get a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. It all starts with an online intake form. Get started at hims.com/joy, and from there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs with options up to 95% less than the brand names. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. HIMS.com/JOY.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Yeah, we heard this one last night, right? We heard a lot of things last night as well. We are here at San Gabriel Country Club. The Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Foundation is raising money for scholarships and, of course, aid for fire victims here in the area. Eaton Fire, not far from here at all. And when Jaime has an event, a lot of Dodger greats come out as well, including our next guest, who is someone we got a chance to talk to a month or two ago, our pal Steve Sax. Steve, good to have you back.
Sir.
How are you?
Thank you.
Thanks, Travis. DeMarco, good to be with you guys.
Good to see you, swole up. Look at you, all big and golf looking. Come on now.
That's you.
Come on. Taco truck.
I'm glad I didn't play football. I wouldn't want to run into that.
No,
come on now. Let's go.
That'd not be fun.
That's a bad deal.
I got a nice little fastball off the mound, though. See?
I bet you do.
High and tight. Yeah. Right over here.
That's you got to duck out of that, man.
Yeah, no. And then if he missed you with the fastball, he's going to run down the mound at you and try to plant you into the ground.
That's the next pitch.
Well, I can run. So that's a good thing.
So you and I were talking a little bit earlier. You don't play a ton of golf, but today you're going to put a couple of golf clubs in your hands.
Yep, we're going to do that. It's for a very good cause, being out here with Jaime and the World Central Kitchen as well. I know what it's like to be out there and raise money for good cause. I do that for my son's foundation, the Captain John J. Sax Family Foundation. And so I think this is a very worthy cause. I got some friends here in Los Angeles who, unfortunately, were stricken by the fires. And the fact that the World Central Kitchen has been out there and served over 450 very good meals to people that were definitely in need is a really good thing. And when Jaime comes out and puts his stamp on it and he's in for a cause, I'm there with him.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great event, and we appreciate you coming out and supporting it. So tell me what it's like as a player, and here we are. It's middle of February, and spring training is just about to get started. What is the energy as a ball player getting ready to go after what is the longest pro sport in all of them? You know, a month of spring training, 6 months of regular season, and then hopefully maybe another month after that.
You're looking at possibly 200 games during the year if you're fortunate to get into postseason, including spring training. And the best way I can describe it is I can't wait to get going.
Yeah,
I can't wait. Yeah. I mean, you trained in the off season. Before that, you take maybe 3 weeks off, and then you get into the slow ramp up.
Is that it? Just about 3 weeks?
About 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I made myself take 3 weeks off because
yeah.
it's not good to go. You got to put the ball down after a while, and That's why travel ball gets a lot of questions for the young kids. Put the ball down a while. You got to rest. You grow in that period. And so that's what I did, and then slowly ramp it up. And then by the time spring training comes, you go to spring training to get in baseball shape. You don't go in to get physical shape. Those days are over. That happened in the 30s and 40s when there were no games west of the Mississippi River. Those days are over. You go there to get in baseball shape now.
I was thinking, the fatigue we used to say, the mental fatigue coming off a championship run. Yeah. For football, it's like you get off the parade float right in the training camp. Same thing for baseball?
Yes, absolutely, DeMarco. It's the same thing, and it's almost there were some years when I would go. I remember one year I went to Venezuela for winter ball. I got home, I had like 3 or 4 days off, and I was going to spring training. Wow. It was immediate. So my nephew's doing that right now. My nephew is Nick Sogard. He's on the big league team with the Red Sox. He had a few days off. And now he's been in spring training since January. He's been in Florida.
Wow.
So yeah, there's times where it's pretty taxing for guys. It's almost a year-long thing.
The reason I asked that, I wonder how Dave attacks spring training. How do you get after him again, or do you give these guys a break, let them ease into it? How do you handle it with these guys?
I mean, the good thing about what Dave's dealing with is he's got a very professional team. You can see on the Dodgers that Dave is almost one step removed. Those players police themselves very much, and that's a great thing to have an extension of Dave on the field there. And you can see that. You can see that there's going to be those nice conversations at the locker one-on-one that are much more effective than you have like
the team meeting stuff.
Yeah, the team meeting stuff. That can get a little drawn out. So yeah.
What do you think is the dynamic inside that clubhouse? Because like you said, Steve, and we're talking with Steve Sax, this isn't just the defending champs, which they are. This isn't just a team that's got a couple of really good players, which they do. You've got a roster full of guys that are going to the Hall of Fame. Freddie Freeman's going to the Hall of Fame. Mookie Betts is going to the Hall of Fame. Clayton Kershaw's going to the Hall of Fame. Shohei Otani looks like he's headed to the Hall of Fame. We'll see what some of these other great, but Blake Snell, 2-time Cy Young. I mean, this isn't just 1 or 2 or 3 or even 4 or 5. They got like 10 guys that would be the man in any other clubhouse in baseball. What is that dynamic like?
Well, it's like I said, they have the good fortune to have so many guys that get it, and to know the interpersonal relationships and whatnot are important on a team. That all being said, sometimes it can be harder for a manager to manage a team like that because the expectations are just so high. And you lose 3 in a row. It's like, what's wrong with the team? Have you lost the locker room? No, it's called sports. It happens. Things line up and they don't go good for a week or two. That happens to any team. But this is a team that could be, talking about destiny, with the talent here. It's ridiculous.
Okay, so I've been messing with Travis for a while. I'm half kidding, less than that, 20% kidding.
Yeah.
The Dodgers are ruining baseball. You got too many good players. You can sign everybody in the world. How is this good for the rest of the world?
You got a point, DeMarco. You got a point. It's, you can just go out there and just get anybody you want. Where's the struggle, as far as in the front office? These guys do their work, too. There's no question about it. They got smart guys on that team, but they got a lot of donuts, man. They got a lot of donuts. And so you have the ability to just go out and basically get whoever you want. And you know what? That's fine. Sometimes money isn't the most important thing. We saw that before with the Mets. We saw it before with the Braves. We saw it with other teams. Money doesn't always do it, but it sure does help.
Would you want to play for a team like this when you were a player?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
That's this freaking loaded?
Oh, man, why not? Look, here's one good thing about that. You played pro sports. You know that, is that sometimes you don't have – it's nice to be – you don't have to be the guy all the time.
Yeah.
I got my buddy over here who's going to, hit one out, and I don't have to worry about him. Oh, this guy can, hit a bases-loaded double any time in the gap, and that's going to get us 3 runs. You don't have to be that guy all the time, which is kind of a good thing.
True.
Okay, but that's kind of a nice thing.
I like having my picture in the paper every now and then. I'm just saying.
So just get that 3-run double in the gap and get your picture in the paper.
Right?
Just
but
go
if
do your
Shohei
job.
goes yard, guess what?
Yeah, look, if you get the hit, your picture will be in the paper. That's not that hard to do.
Yeah.
We're talking with Steve Sax. We're here at San Gabriel Country Club. It is the Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Foundation fundraiser today. You're going to get a little behind the mic time this year. You're going to do some games for the A's, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm so thankful. I'm so looking forward to that.
Yeah.
The A's are going to be in Sacramento for at least 3 years.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
at
4,
least.
maybe, who knows?
Yeah.
But they're scheduled to go to Las Vegas in 3 to 4 years. So in that time, starting this year, I'm going to be there with the A's broadcast team. I'm looking forward to that. I'm ramping up myself, learning a lot I can about the team, and I mean it's a 20-minute drive for me. They're actually playing in West Sacramento. That is technically the city I grew up in.
Okay.
But I grew up on a farming district way south of that. But in as much as it's the Sacramento area, it's specifically West Sacramento, and that's where I grew up.
Have you picked Jaime's brain yet?
No, I haven't. I haven't. But I'll tell you what, it's going to be so much fun. I'm scheduled for 94 games.
Back on the player grind practically.
Well,
94 games
that's
is the real deal.
What
Got to stay moving, right?
What are you elbowing him for about Sacramento A's? That's my club here, man. What are you doing?
Is that your
Are
club?
they staying in Sacramento?
Yeah.
You don't know. Look at those eyes. See, come on now.
Who knows?
I'm just saying that
right now
I would not bet my house that the A's end up in Las Vegas. That's all I'm saying. I don't know where they end up ultimately. I think they're going to love them in Sacramento.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this, Travis, DeMarco. The citizenry in that area is absolutely bonkers for this team.
All right.
Every game is sold out right now.
Yeah.
They cannot wait for that team to get there.
Yeah.
They're going to grab onto it, and good luck ripping it out of their hands because they are going to support that team like nothing before.
All right, Steve Sax is our guest right now. And, Steve, I was not doing my job well the last time that you and I were together. We were out at Legends Attic in Claremont, and I'm driving home, and I just put my hands on my head. I'm like, I can't believe I forgot to ask him. I am a huge fan of The Simpsons. You not only got a chance to be a guest on The Simpsons, but quite possibly people that really love that show think that Homer at the Bat, the episode with the softball team, might be the greatest episode in the history of a show that's been on the air 36 years. You were a part of it. You got arrested by the Springfield police, charged with murder, and The Simpsons have done so many unbelievable things. Yeah. But what was it like being a part of not only an iconic television show, but maybe the best episode of an iconic television show?
First of all, I don't like to get arrested no matter what. Thankfully, it's never really happened to me. But I forgot which magazine it was. It was either Vogue or Life. Well, I don't know which magazine. One of them did a study. And they did a vote on all the sitcoms and whatever in that era. By far, that Simpson episode was voted the #1 episode in all the years of The Simpsons. So
wow.
I had no idea that The Simpsons was going to be the iconic show that it was when they asked us to do it. And so I said, sure, yeah, I'll do it. Donnie and I, Mattingly, went in when we got to Anaheim, and we did our parts. And
you were with the Yankees, right?
Yes, we didn't know that it was going to be like this.
Really?
Wow. No, it was about.
You just
2
said
years
yes.
In. Yeah, I said sure.
Were
you about 2 years in, DeMarco?
Right. Yes.
And we said, yeah, it sounds okay. And it turned out to be this.
Were you with the other actors, or is it just your lines? You just tracked your lines.
Just your lines. Don and I, they do it by teams.
Yeah.
You know. So I guess when the Mariners came in, Griffey did his.
Ozzie Smith, Canseco.
Yeah, and all those guys. So when the Yankees came in, Mattingly and I did ours. and actually, I found out it took 9 months to do each episode.
9 months per episode?
Per episode.
Wow.
They send it all over actually to Japan, and they do all the lip synchronization over in Japan. And then they send it back, so they have to have a bunch of them in the can before that. Oh. Because it takes 9 months to do it.
That's long. How did you think of how you looked on TV, like as a cartoon?
I think I look better than now.
Okay.
Yeah, they did you justice.
Bulging out. Yeah.
They did you justice.
I'm shredded, too.
Yeah.
Everybody's shredded. So I don't have to work out. I can look like that.
No, you look good. They gave Griffey the big head, and you got out of there. You were in good shape. Steve Sax joining us here. We're at San Gabriel Country Club for the Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Foundation fundraiser. Real quick, back to the Dodgers before I let you go play a little golf. What's the likely number? What's the possible number for the amount of games they can win? Because it feels like they're going to win 100 even if they don't play well.
I was talking to my friend Eddie about that on the way over here today, and I think the bigger question is how many games are the Dodgers going to lose? I mean, I think that's the question, right? It's not they're going to win 100. I think people have blown that out. I wonder how many they're going to actually lose this year is what people are asking. Who knows? I mean, what's the most? 116?
116.
116. Was that the Mariners?
Mm-hmm.
I think that I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, if the team stays healthy and it goes on all cylinders, it could be scary. It could be scary. We could be looking at something more than that.
What was the best run you've ever been on? High school, college, whatever?
I think the best run that I was on was in that year that we won it in '88. Towards the end of the year, there was a time there where we were just we were pretty darn good. And it was all based on the rudimentary things, the great things about baseball. Not everybody hitting home runs. It was great pitching. We had great, strong defense up the middle with the acquisition of John Shelby and Alfredo Griffin. Those guys helped us out so much. And we were really clicking towards the end of the year when it mattered. It was probably that time. Yeah.
And Oral not giving up a run for 2 months helped.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah. That was a good deal, too. All right, one last one before we let you go, Steve. I mentioned this to you the last time you were here. Our colleague here at ESPN LA, the voice of the Lakers, John Ireland, a million years ago purchased one of your former homes, and in one of the bedrooms was a mural of yourself with the Three Stooges.
Yes.
I did not know that you were that big of a fan of the Three Stooges to paint them on the interior of your home.
Okay, so that was a big play bonus room upstairs.
Yeah.
And I still watch the Three Stooges on MeTV. I watch them every Saturday from 3 to 5. And I can't get enough. I love the Three Stooges. I think they were years ahead of their time. And I just love these guys. And I thought, what would look good on this wall? I think, how about me with the Three Stooges? So I commissioned this guy out to do this painting, and he did. He did a beautiful job.
It's great.
And, I still watch them today. Yeah, I love them.
Did your teammates see this picture of you with the
No.
Stooges? Okay.
And I know it's only us here talking, so don't tell anybody.
No, it's between the three
Sweetly.
of us.
Sweetly.
Right? For sure. Steve Sax, Dodger legend, joining us here. Steve, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
by. Appreciate
Thank you,
it. Great deal.
guys. Thanks to
Good luck
Marcelo.
in Sacramento as well with
Get 'em straight.
the broadcasting as well. We will we will continue here from San Gabriel Country Club. We'll get back to the Super Bowl and what we saw last night, and that Mahomes GOAT conversation is going to have to at least be paused for at least a little bit.
That's a good golf. Good luck, right? Hit him straight.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Is getting the hole still working, or is that out now?
Skip that one.
Okay.
Hit him straight.
I like that one.
Good swing. Good tempo.
Good swing. Okay, there you go.
That's a good swing right there. So you don't say good chase, good swing.
Good swing.
Right, it makes you sound informed. Yeah, good swing.
Good swing.
Good swing.
Use that one.
Took a good pass at that one.
I like that one.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give you the vernacular. Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
If I'm Luka, I'm not motivated to put up 70 against the Mavericks.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help, like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Real love begins with self-love. So, yeah. Hello, Sage Spa. Book my massage for Tuesday morning. Now your top reasons to visit Morango.
Get a classic car Bluetooth speaker when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 18th.
Number 2.
Shy and Montel Jordan, live February 15th. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
President's Day freebie. Rewards members get an American flag trucker hat free, the 17th.
Morango, good times.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go. and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Hey, Monster on the beat.
What'd you think?
Of the halftime?
Yeah.
I liked it. I really did. When he teased this song, I was like, he's not going to do it. There's
did it.
no way he did it.
He did it.
Boom, he does it. My favorite part was when Samuel L. Jackson kept popping up. I'm like, oh, this
Uncle
is so,
Sam.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uncle Sam.
Yeah.
So cool. He was like, what do you call it? The
ringmaster.
intermission guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're moving sets, he's talking to
Like
you.
a
It was awesome.
narrator almost, or a moderator.
Okay.
Super cool.
I'm gonna. This is of our time, so I
Yeah.
think when he first popped up in the Uncle Sam costume, what went through your head?
Creed.
Yes. There you go.
Apollo Creed. Yes.
Apollo Creed.
I
I'm
want
like,
you, Balboa.
Why is he dressed? Oh, he's not dressed as Apollo Creed. He's Uncle Sam.
Yeah, it's like Uncle Sam. That was cool. And then seeing Serena do her thing. I thought that
Okay,
was freaking
so I'm watching it,
Yeah.
and a woman comes on and she's dancing. I'm like, man, that looks like Serena Williams. You know why?
Yeah,
it was Serena Williams.
It was. Yes.
Yeah,
And you know the backstory that she dated Drake.
Yes.
Yeah.
For a period of time, and
And
Drake
Drake is-
decided to mention her in some music.
A bunch. Yeah. man.
Yeah.
Dude.
And so
Yeah.
Okay, if I'm Drake, leave the genre. Go do heavy metal. You're done. You can't come back from this. That song won a
Well,
Grammy.
it was already over.
not one a Grammy,
Yeah.
won 5 Grammys.
And it's
Yeah.
did you hear the crowd?
Yeah, no, they sang the words.
Oh my God,
They
you're
sang
done.
the
words.
You better go make pop.
it could win an
albums.
Emmy
Yeah.
because they have Emmys for that stuff. So it could even win more awards.
For the first time, like I felt bad for Mahomes. For the first time, I felt bad for Drake. This is terrible. This is bullying.
It was.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot.
but it was
for
cool
sure.
though. I couldn't really hear him though, but I already knew the lyrics.
Yeah, you knew the songs already. Well,
Yeah.
you know, he's got a million of them that everybody knows along the way. Let's talk about Mahomes for a second. You felt bad for him. I decidedly did not. I'm okay with the homecoming king getting knocked on his butt every once in a while. That's okay.
If he were a bad guy, I'd be with you. But
Yeah. No, but he's not a bad guy. And I'm not saying that, but it's like what it did is it made it go, you know what? This thing's open again. You know what I mean? Like it's like this guy doesn't win every time. He might win most of the time, and he might be the best at this, and I still think that he is. But it's not a foregone conclusion where there's 15 again. We know how this ends. It's not like you can beat him. He's gone to 5 Super Bowls. He's won 3. He's lost 2. You can beat that guy.
I've heard people parse through it. They're not rooting for the Eagles. They're rooting for the Chiefs to lose.
Yeah, I think I was in that category.
Which makes you root for the Eagles.
Yeah,
no one wants to say that.
I was rooting for the Eagles because it meant the Chiefs would lose. So when something good happened to the Eagles, I'm like, when they were sacking Mahomes 6 times, I'm like, let's go.
I was happy the Chiefs lost. I was happy the Chiefs got throttled for the reasons you said.
Yeah.
But Mahomes taking a beating, I've just never seen that.
and
that
there were a
that
couple
was his
of
worst game.
That one where they grabbed his arm, my
God.
that one looked like that could have gone 100 different
My
ways.
Super Bowl party, there was another guy, he's in finance, so not really football people, and I was trying to tell him that could end your career. The way your arm gets bent there. You're coming forward and it gets stopped.
Yeah.
You could rip a lot of stuff out.
Well,
I'm
think
like,
about if you went to just throw something as hard as you could.
And then I grabbed your arm.
Right when you went to go, somebody grabbed you by the wrist.
And not just somebody, a 340-pound somebody.
A 340-pound strong somebody.
That's what I'm saying. You could rip a lot of stuff. So, I mean, I give Mahomes credit for staying in that ball game. Didn't Ryan Clark give him credit on Twitter?
If he did, I missed it.
I agreed with him. For Mahomes staying in the game and trying to score even though the game was over, I gave him a lot of credit. But Philly is they're just a freaking juggernaut.
It's crazy because if you just look at the box score, if you just, for whatever reason you woke up this morning and missed the game and looked at it, you'd be like, oh, Mahomes was okay because he threw for nearly 300 yards. He threw 3 touchdown passes. And you're like, oh, he must have been okay.
In a Blake Bortles sort of way.
Yeah, but he was. That's not only did he play poorly, DeMarco, it's as poorly as I've ever seen him play. Like that, had that been week 9 against, I don't know, the Chargers, and he just had a terrible game, you're like, all right, he had a terrible game, but a player that has come through at the most important moment so many different times throughout his career had the worst day of his career on the biggest stage. I just didn't think – I thought that they could lose, but I didn't think they'd get destroyed the way that they did. And part of the reason they got destroyed is because he was really lousy yesterday.
I was specifically waiting for post-game so I could hear his comments, and he answered them with his head up. Absolutely. This is going to make – Andy Reid said the same thing. Yeah. This is going to make us better. We're going to learn from it. We're not down. It's just this is a tough place to lose.
You know what they both said, too, and I thought it was really interesting, and 100% spot on, but it was one of those moments like, well, they both said – this is not easy. Like, in other words, everybody assumed that just because we're the Chiefs and just because I'm Andy Reid and that's Patrick Mahomes that we go – it's like, guys, this isn't easy to get there. No one had ever been to the Super Bowl as a 2-time defending champion. No one had even gotten to that step before until it happened last night. And you've been saying it, nobody could do it. And it turns out they couldn't. They got run over, but
it's a lot of football.
He said it over and over again. It's not easy to get to this point, and that really resonated.
I know Tom Brady, before the game started, was talking about how he didn't feel like Super Bowls were hard until he lost. Yeah. I know Mahomes has already lost before, but he was saying, this is fine, until he realized he had that drought of time where he didn't win for a long time. It re-energized, hey, this is difficult.
I thought that, and I didn't say it out loud. I'll say it for fun here just because we're talking about it, but it must be devastating to lose Super Bowls. Like, to be a player, to go out there, to get to the mountaintop, and you come up short. Absolutely. Eddie George, I made fun of him. I love the guy, but when I see him, I do this. Like, you were that close, and it's a blank face. And then I stopped doing it. I mean, that must suck to get that far. To get that far and to get blown out, I mean –
I don't know what's worse. I really don't know what's worse.
Either way, losing.
Losing is hard. Awful, period. Yeah. But getting within an inch of your goal or getting
not even
killed.
Being in the game.
Not in the game. It's like, because I do think, and not that it ever makes it easy, but if you are an athlete and if you've ever competed at any sort of level where the competition, where we're going to go out there and try.
Yeah.
Like,
where the other guy's good.
Where the other guy is good, too, and he's trying to beat you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just get your ass kicked.
Sometimes you lose.
Sometimes you just lose, and that's what that felt like to me yesterday. It's like, today ain't our day. We are getting smoked.
Sometimes you can blame. We made mistakes. We turned the ball over. No, that was Philly. That was Philly creating all that stuff. And I tried to tell people when Cooper DeJean caught that, I'm like, remember, this is the punt returner.
No, he's got some moves.
He's out there with 5 big dudes and a quarterback that's not going to catch him.
No.
He makes one guy miss, gone.
It was he's an athlete. I know, look, let's just say it. He's a white defensive back, so he doesn't look the part. And you're looking at him, you're like, all right, he's really good.
Cooper Kupp on defense.
Yes.
Sleep on him if you want.
You can say, no. He's big, he's fast, he's quick, he knows what's up. Like, he knows how to play.
That's one of them dudes at the end of the game. That's a bad white dude.
Yeah.
That's the bad dude.
Yeah.
A great game, and then Zach Bond, a great pick. That's when I knew the game was over.
Is that when you thought that was a wrap?
Game. Done. Okay. That's going to hurt Mahomes right there.
I want to tell you when I thought it was a wrap, because it wasn't at that point, and it also leads us to the conversation about Tom Brady versus Mahomes versus who is the actual GOAT. That's coming up next. It's Trav and DeMarco. We are live at San Gabriel Country Club for the Jaime and Blanca Foundation fundraiser here. We're raising money for scholarships. We're raising money for fire victims, the World Central Kitchen. It is a great day, and we'll talk some more Dodger baseball as well coming up. We'll talk with Jaime himself before too long. It's all coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. Before we do that, though, let's talk about my pals at Rolo Chevrolet. I'm seeing a lot of them out here today, and this is what they do, right? They give back to the community. They participate in the events, and they take care of their people. There's a reason that I've been driving Silverados from Rolo for a while. There's a reason that I've purchased cars from Rolo Chevrolet, because they take care of you. This is why they've won Dealer of the Year 13 years in a row. This is why people come back over and over and over again, because they know that they're going to be treated with respect. It's going to be courteous. It's upfront, and you're going to know every part of the sales process. So if you have been thinking about a Silverado, if you've been thinking about a Chevy car truck, get yourself out to Rolo Chevrolet, right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You cannot miss it. It's a sea of Silverados, and if Fontana is a little bit too far away for you, go online at rotolochevy.com. That's ROTOLO, rotolochevy.com. And whether you're online or on the lot, make sure that they know that Travis sent you to Rolo Chevrolet.
Some of the biggest names in NBA history played for the purple and gold.
Chamberlain, West, Kareem, Magic, Kobe, Shaq, LeBron.
And now, Luka.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help, like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
These like the XPS 16, powered by Intel Core Ultra processors and more. Plus, curate your dream setup with great deals on select monitors, mice, and more must-have electronics and accessories. When you shop online at Dell.com/deals, you'll have access to leading-edge technology to match your forward-thinking spirit and free shipping on everything. Again, that's Dell.com/deals.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
Sun coming out here at the San Gabriel Country Club. DeMarco Ben is loaded up with a little breakfast.
How do you come by with breakfast and not share with the group?
I don't know, but he had bacon and toast and scrambled eggs and potatoes and I don't know. How was your Super Bowl spread yesterday?
Man, it was cool. We had burgers. So
Ooh, nice.
Max, the host, his cousin was in from out of town, and he is a mass hole.
Oh, yes.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I had to do that slowly. Right.
What are you talking about, Fa?
One of them dudes. He's a Tom Brady fan. So
hey, are you DeMarco, Fa?
So it was so funny. He hated Brady doing the game. Hated on Brady the entire game.
Get in line, yeah.
But then hated on Mahomes for not being Brady because he's a Brady fan. I'm like, this is weird.
Yeah.
You epitomize everything I hate about Patriots fans right here.
Well, they're easy to hate. They don't have to do much to be
but great
disliked.
spread. Yeah. How about you? What'd you wind up doing?
Stayed at home. Sue and I watched at home. I made some sandwiches and stuff like that.
Nice.
Made a little buffalo chicken dip, which was phenomenal.
Perfect.
It really was.
Have you still never had buffalo chicken dip?
No, I probably have.
Okay.
You have.
I'm sure I have.
I'd be shocked
but
if you
said
haven't.
it has chicken bits in it.
It has like shredded chicken, like rotisserie chicken.
I don't remember that, but I'm sure I've had buffalo. Yeah, something
it's cream cheese and cheddar cheese and hot sauce and chicken.
You dip it and you eat it, you're happy.
And you can feel your heart clog as you're eating it. But it's just
yeah.
it's wonderful along the way.
Nice, nice low key Super Bowl parties. I'm into.
So it was weird because the game was so lousy.
Yeah.
Right. It was a blowout early. It was the rare Super Bowl in the last, in the modern era that I wasn't like this on, like super plugged into it because the game was over. When did you decide, okay, this thing is not going to turn around?
Mahomes' second pick.
The Bond pick.
The Bond pick. And it was a great catch by him. It was great pressure. Kind of epitomized everything the game was about. He got knocked off his spot, Mahomes did. He let one go. Bond was in the right position. Not great position.
Yeah.
But made a hell of a play to catch it and keep it off the ground.
For a linebacker, like he was a down defensive lineman until this season.
That's what I'm saying. To lean out, to snag that out of the air and keep it off the ground. Amazing. 24-0. I'm like, you're not coming back against them.
No.
You're not going to have enough time.
24-0.
Yeah.
That was the score. For me, it was about halfway through the third quarter because it was all just because of the respect from with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I've seen that guy do what he's done so many different times that I knew that he would find a way to get it done, only it never happened. All right, so as promised, we are here at San Gabriel Country Club. We are supporting the Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Foundation, raising money for the World Central Kitchen, making sure that the fire victims here in the area are taken care of, and another major leaguer and a Dodger legend, a World Series champion, 1988 with the Dodgers, Mickey Hatcher, joining us right now. Mickey, it's good to meet you. Thanks for coming by.
I'm an old geezer like Jaime is. It was fun. I'm a good old geezer.
Yeah, no, well, you can call yourself a geezer all you want.
Yeah.
That's fine. Here's what I know, Mickey. I remember you running around the bases at warp speed in Game 1 of the 1988 World Series. We all know how that game ends with Gibson hitting his home run, but you hit a home run earlier in that game. That's one of my favorite Dodger memories because it looked like you lost your mind when you were running around the bases.
I practically did because I think I was in more shock than the 40,000 people at the game. And usually I hit the top of the fence. My ball never travels that far. So all I wanted to do was get a double out of it. When I rounded first base and I was just shocked to see that the ball went in the stands. So I kept going. I'm lucky I didn't pass Saxy at home plate.
Crazy stuff. I'm looking at all these pictures, these photographs, and I just love them. I could stare at these all day like I did as a kid. What do you love most about baseball? Just the sport of it.
You know what? I love playing the game, but just the people that I had an opportunity to play with as teammates, play against. I mean, just the most amazing athletes that you could ever see out there playing a game. And, back in the day, when I first came up, I remember going into Yankee Stadium when I got traded over to the Twins, and they had old-timers games. And I sat there, and they had Mickey Mantle and Yogi Berra and all those guys in the dugout over there, and the guys that I watched when I was a kid coming up, and, my idols back in the day. And I think I got more joy out of all that than just playing the game, just the fact that I got to see a lot of great players play and have great careers, and some of them made it to the Hall of Fame. So that was a joy for me. But the biggest joy was 1988, of course. Mm-hmm. And not the fact that I hit the 2 home runs, is that every time I went into New York, Mickey Mantle was my idol growing up. So every time I went to New York, I went to his restaurant. Never seen him, never met him. And I'd go in there and do a radio show there because there's a lot of Brooklyn Dodger stuff. And they'd give me all the food and drinks I want, which was good to me. That was
good deal.
That was good. That was more money than I was making at the time. But I went in there, and I remember the manager coming over and saying, "Hey, Mick, Mickey Mantle wants to talk to you."
Oh, my God.
And I'm like, "Really? Why are you going to go there?"
Yeah.
I go, "You're so full of whatever, blink, blink." And he goes, "No," and he points over the table. And Mickey Mantle stands up, and he's like this. And I walked over, and I never shook so hard my whole life. And I was scared to death. And I said, "Mickey, this is a big honor." And I said, I almost started crying. I said, "My dad, I wish he was here. You were his idol. You were my idol. That's where I got the name Mickey." And I said, "Thank you for the opportunity to meet you. I don't want to keep you. Really appreciate it, Mickey." And so I get ready to walk away. Grabs me, has him, the manager come over with his menu with his picture of it, and he signs to Mickey.
Oh, my
best
goodness.
wishes. Mickey, my wife framed it at my house. And as I'm walking away, he grabs me around the neck. And he goes, "This is when we were playing the Mets." And he goes, "Hey, your name's Mickey." I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Blah, bleep, blah, bleep, blah, bleep. You better start hitting some more home runs." Just like that. And I hit 2 home runs in a World Series. And so after we won the World Series, I told the story. I said, you know what? If Mickey Mantle was my hitting coach, I might have made some money in the game.
Yeah, man.
True story. True story.
That is fantastic. Longtime Major Leaguer Mickey Hatcher joining us here. Mickey, you mentioned, the highlight of your career, the '88 Dodgers. Obviously, you guys won the World Series. DeMarco, of course, is a Super Bowl champion.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir. And we just saw a Super Bowl last night, and I've been lucky enough to see DeMarco kind of interact with some of his former Rams teammates, with those guys that won the Super Bowl. I would imagine it's similar for you. Yeah, you get to meet some Hall of Famers and be around a lot of different great players, but is it even a little bit of a different level when you get to go back and be with those guys that you were with in '88 that you guys went on that incredible ride?
Oh, yes. Luckily the Dodgers bring these events together where we get the chance to come and meet each other, and it's always a great thrill. Last year was amazing, the players that they brought in from when I first broke in with Dusty Baker and Reggie Smith and that whole crew with the crew that I played with to some of the players that I coached after I got out. So, it was a thrill for me. The game last night, football game, though, was like, oh, my God, man. I'm like,
not great.
Philly was just unbelievable. Lost me a lot of money, but I don't know if you want to say that on this stage. But,
no, go ahead.
No, you're good.
That was an amazing game. But to go back and see some of my friends, see them here at the tournament here, it was just great memories because a team like that will probably never win a World Series again. Of course, Dodgers they'll buy the best players in baseball, and they're going to be in it every year.
This team's a little different than that.
Yeah. Try to win with our team again. That's never going to happen.
Does it make it special? I mean, Dodgers winning a World Series, always fun. Does it make it a little more special that you beat the Yankees to get it done?
Well, it wasn't. Well, yeah, we beat the Yankees, but
this current group.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Does it make it more special that you beat New York again?
Yeah.
If you're
I think so, because that rivalry goes way back. And, I don't know how many times they played each other during the years. So, yeah, it was. And it was two amazing teams combining into the to get into the playoffs. And you got Otani, who's never been there, to get in there and have an opportunity to win a World Series, coming over to the Dodgers, turning that organization around. Yeah, definitely, and it couldn't have been any better than playing the Yankees.
You ever seen anything like that, like Otani? A guy that can hit like that?
Never
and
been
also,
anything like that.
No, I mean,
there might have been somebody, maybe, yeah.
He was like that with the Angels, and the only factor was that he was pitching. And I think that, my personal feeling is that Dodgers should just keep him as a hitter, because I think that when you pitch, he always has tendency to break down, which he did with the Angels
twice.
And it just shows you just let him hit what kind of an individual he is, and he's a specimen. He is just a person that nobody knows what he does on the like you say, before a game and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
his workout ethic is beyond. I talk to a lot of players that have been in there and watch what he does. Is amazing that it's hardly any players in baseball could do that and play a game, but he does it, and it's just amazing.
Mickey Hatcher is our guest. He is here at part of the Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Golf Tournament Foundation today. You were part of the Stuntmen going back to 1988, a group of guys that were obviously good baseball players, but characters as well. And you were well known throughout your career as being one of the more colorful guys in Major League Baseball. How important the stuntmen? He was kind of the leader of the stuntmen along the way as well. It's changed a little bit, but Mickey, for baseball players are baseball players, right? and they always will be baseball players. What was it like having that as kind of your, I don't know if responsibility is the right word, but your role in the team was to make sure the guys are having a good time. You got to play, you got to do all these things, but to be a character in the clubhouse as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was different, which, like I said, it all started with Kirk Gibson in spring training. Mm-hmm. He was very serious type of person. So, we had some characters like Rick Dempsey and myself that tried to keep one end loose all the time, and that wasn't the standard that he wanted. But as the season went on, Kirk Gibson realized that we got to have a combination of both, and I think that's where we molded to our team. But in spring training, I was like, I knew I didn't have very many years left. Rick Dempsey knew he didn't have very many years together. I said, Rick, You know, we had Danny Heap, who had played for a long time, and I said, let's go. We're going to be the stunt man. He goes, those guys in spring training, they only like to play 3 innings. We're going to go in, and we're going to win these spring training games. And we took it serious because when we worked out in Evo Jiva in the worst baseball fields.
Yeah.
Nobody even knew who we were.
Wow.
Dodgers got, all the starters, got the stadium, the nice infield grasses. We're over there to get bad hops in our face. And I said, you know what? We're not going to use this as an excuse. We're going to we're going to sit over here. We'll go over there when these guys leave the game. Hey, we're going to go there and win it. And it became like a competition now because when Alfredo Griffin was hurt or our third baseman was hurt, we'd have 7 guys over there taking ground balls, and they'd be over there like, what are you doing? I go, hey, you go down, one of us is going to take over, and you ain't getting your spot back.
Amen to that.
And that's how we did it.
Yes.
And we took pride in that, and they knew it. And it built as the season went on, and we ended up having a good season.
I'll say, World Series champions in 1988. He hit a pair of home runs along the way as well. Longtime major league coach as well with the Angels. Mickey Hatcher. Mickey, appreciate your time. Thanks so much.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Nice
Thank you.
All right.
Good to talk with you. Thanks,
Oh, yeah.
Mickey.
I've never
Appreciate
been more disappointed in my life.
About?
I thought that something else about the stuntman. Like, I want to hear some stories.
Oh, I bet he's got a few. Yeah, I was going to say, you do know that we work for Disney, right?
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry.
You and Mickey go over there. He'll
people.
tell you another story or two along the way for sure. All right, we are here at the San Gabriel Country Club. It is the Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Foundation today, a fundraiser for fire victims scholarships as well. So we got lots more to get to. Plus, we're all over the Super Bowl. And, oh, by the way, Mark Williams no longer a Laker.
Wow.
Luka Doncic debut tonight. Lots more to get to. It's all coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN. All right, let's talk about my pals at Nextgen, right? How about this? How about keeping your current system in top shape with a quick tune-up, or maybe you've got to go all the way and replace an entire system? Well, whether it is just a quick little tune-up or you got to go in and redo the entire thing, Nextgen is here to keep your home safe and comfortable. And for a limited time, Nextgen is offering ESPN listeners a heating and AC tune-up for, check this out, just $88. Their expert technicians will make sure that your system is running safe and smooth so you can enjoy total home comfort all season long. So if it's time for replacement, Nextgen can help you with that as well. They offer professional full system replacements with the latest energy efficient models to help you save money and keep your home at the temperature that feels just right for you. Give them a call. Don't wait. Call 833-3NEXTGEN. That's 833-3NEXGEN to schedule your $88 tune-up today. And don't forget, if it's time for a replacement, Nextgen's got you covered for that as well.
The biggest show on the radio.
Mason and Ireland, weekdays at noon.
Who is the most annoying coworker when it comes to gossip?
Gossip.
Morales. He uses gossip as a weapon.
He does.
Yeah.
As a weapon. Wow.
He does.
Who is the most annoying coworker when it comes to being a complainer?
Complaining at work about
Hi,
stuff.
my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help, like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Fimath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus TNCs apply.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
It is a beautiful Monday morning here at San Gabriel Country Club. We are here celebrating the Jaime and Blanca Jarrin Foundation, raising money for the World Central Kitchen, which, of course, is helping some fire victims here in Los Angeles. There are scholarships as well, all sorts of great things. And we are here with, of course, the Jarrin family. Jaime is joining us as well, his son Jorge, his grandson Stefan. Everybody is here as well. And let me just start by saying this, Jaime, it's always a pleasure to see you, and thank you so much for having us out here today.
Thank you very much. I want to really thank ESPN for being here. It's a beautiful day. The sun is coming out, and it's going to be a gorgeous day, I think.
Yep, we're having a great turnout, and Travis and DeMarco.
Yes, sir.
You guys are always a welcome addition to this year's tournament. I want to thank, real quickly, I just need to get in. I want to thank Los Defensores, who's our big sponsor. They are with us every year to make this happen. And my son Stefan's put a lot of work. He's the executive director on top of his regular job of being a player agent as well. So, yeah.
You represent players, huh?
I do. I'm a certified agent with FIFA. So
I just sank a 20-footer right there.
Let's go.
One stroke. Let's go.
Well, if you can do it with 1 foot, because he's a soccer agent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Next time I'll kick it.
Yeah, I was going to say, kick it in the hole, and you've got it. So, guys, tell us about the event today. Tell us about who we're raising money for and how we can benefit the people here in the area.
My pleasure. It's our beneficiary. Well, here's the thing, real quickly. You know, we're dedicated to raising scholarships, and we've done that every year. And this year, we're going to be giving out $73,000 in scholarships. Wow. But we're going to maintain our commitment. Stefan and I were talking about a month ago. We felt kind of uncomfortable given the situation with everything that's going on. How do you get people to focus on scholarships when there's so much misery about people being displaced? So we reached out and we made contact with World Central Kitchen that has 17 locations in Altadena, Pacific Palisades, Malibu area. They are feeding first responders, displaced families, people now, crews that are coming into work from the EPA and other organizations to clear the hazardous toxic. Well, there's a meal every day. Steph, you know, we talked about this. We felt this was the move to make.
Yeah, with everything that's gone on in Southern California over the last couple of months, it's, you know, to take an opportunity just to fundraise to people that have been affected just by such, you know, unfortunate events, you know, in Southern California. So, you know, any way that we can, you know, as a foundation and, you know, use my grandfather's legacy to you know, fundraise some money and help out some people that have been affected is just a great opportunity for us.
So you decided to go into representation and philanthropy. You didn't want to follow the honest work of your grandfather and your father, huh?
It's really crazy. I mean, if you would have asked me 10 years ago if I'd be working in football, I would have said you're crazy, because I thought I'd play baseball and then work in baseball as long as I can after that. But sometimes just some doors get opened up for you and you just got to go with it. So I love what I do now. I love the game of football, and working with these players has just been a joy for me.
Jaime, it's got to be really exciting for you, and I know that when we've had the people come through and I've been asking them questions about you, and you and I have been, I've been fortunate enough to get to spend a little time with you over the last year or so, and you hold such a special place in so many people's heart that are Dodger fans and here in the community. When you see the players that come back to support you, what does that mean to you? When you see players, you look around, you see Sean Green, you see adrien beltre, you see Steve Sax, all of these guys that you got a chance to call their games. What does it mean to have them come back?
It is fantastic. I have to thank them for being here on this occasion and on everything that they have done, helping me, helping my foundation. It is really, I don't have enough words to thank them for taking the time to be with us here and to help me to give back something back to the community, because the community has been so great with me. Mm-hmm. They supported me for 64 years when I was with the Dodgers as a Spanish-speaking announcer, and now I am the ambassador of the organization, and they have always been behind me. So I want to thank the community, and I am trying to give back something to them because they have been great to me.
You guys mentioned scholarships.
Yes.
Can you elaborate a little more on that?
I would love to. In 2019, unfortunately, when we were at spring training, my mom passed away suddenly from a heart attack. And we thought that to not only maintain the legacy of the success as an immigrant that my father has had, but in honor of her and her spirit and her generosity, we decided to create a foundation. As I mentioned earlier, we have a partnership with Los Defensores. My father and I have been spokespersons. They are a cooperative legal marketing firm that has been serving the Latino community for 40 years. And they came and said, hey, what do you need? What can we do to help you start this foundation? So we started out small and growing it. As I said, this year we're committed now to, and we have the money to give out $73,000 in scholarships. Los Defensores has helped us raise over $50,000 for this year alone, and we have a process that we promote through social media where people can apply online. They do a video, and we select these students. And the thing is, these are students who are working. Many of them are working part-time, full-time, going to school at night, whatever they can, and to achieve their dreams. And we want to help them. And the response that we get is, you saw me. You were willing to invest in me.
Wow.
Because we're investing in these individuals to see that they succeed so that they are our future leaders. They're going to make decisions for us in our community, and these are the people we want to help. And by far, it's open to everyone. Mm-hmm. But by far, the vast majority of the responses we get happen to be Latino students, and we're more than happy to help them.
Talk about super timely right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I like what you said about being seen, and that's something no one talks about. Like, people are just...
You see me.
Aren't being cared about. No one sees me. You're being seen now. I think that is so huge.
That's important.
Guys, thank you so much for having us out. I know you have a golf tournament to go run and get everybody going and all set. Again, it is a real pleasure. It is a real honor to get included in something like this. So thank you, Jaime, to you.
Thank you.
Jorge, Stefan, thank you to the entire Hutting family for bringing us out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Football
Muchísimas gracias.
Yeah. Football is tackling, sir. Football. Yeah, come on. Bring it on. I heard that.
If you refer to it as soccer, you might get I'm going to get some heat. So I've learned to refer to it as football going
I'll meet
forward.
you on the back nine.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you so much, guys.
You got it.
Appreciate you a great deal.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you,
just
sir.
DeMarco.
Nice
When you hear stuff like that, it's just such a pleasure. Jorge, thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Excellent. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much, Stefan. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I mean, as always, thank you so much.
It's something Mickey Hatcher said when he said he was shaken when he met Mickey Mantle. It's something about baseball royalty.
Yes.
It's different from any other sports.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I freaked out when I met Kareem. I freaked out when I met Mike Tyson. It's just something with baseball royalty. It's weird.
Yeah,
how you doing,
for sure.
sir? Speaking of royalty.
Yeah, I was going to say, we got a couple more coming in here as
Yeah.
well. Joining us right now is Sean Green, longtime Major Leaguer, Major League All-Star, and the latest Hall of Famer, Adrien Beltre, joining us as well. So not too shabby.
Yeah.
Guys, first of all, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate your time today.
Yeah, no, thanks for having us on here.
So, all right, let's get it out of the way. How's your golf game? You're dressed the part. You guys look like you know what you're doing. Are you going to go out there and play well today?
Before you answer, we saw you the whole time. We were watching you guys, so go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to look good to play good, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Look the part, so we'll see how it goes today.
Do you guys play a lot?
If you see me, I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that I play a lot. But I'm not, I'm not too good. I'm not too good.
What about you? I not play as much as Sean does, but I try to get out at least maybe once a week.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad for retired guys.
No, I was going to say retired guys, you got a little time to do it. So
you don't look retired, man. Yeah,
you guys both look
pretty
fantastic.
Good. Yeah.
Tell me what it's like when you get a call from somebody like Jaime who says, "Can you please come out and help support my foundation?"
Oh, it's easy. You know, Jaime and I, we go way back. Jaime was one of the main guys to help me when I first came onto the big league here in LA, and with the language barrier, he was one of the guys to kind of start offering his job and teach me a couple of things. So for me, it was easy. Obviously, I'm around here. I live around here, and it's a great organization that is doing well, great things for kids and college fun. And this year, obviously, being for Work Kitchen, obviously, for everything happening here in the LA area. Me being living here, so it's an easy yes, I'll be there.
Same for you, Honored, when he calls?
Yeah, he taught me to speak English as well.
Get out of here. Come on. Look at you. I heard about you.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, Jaime, he's one of those guys that whenever you show up to the ballpark, he's, super welcoming. Doesn't matter if you're, 0 for 30 or, 20 for 30. I mean, he's going to treat you the same way. And anytime he asks a player to do something, he's one of those guys that you say, yeah, I'll do whatever I can. And he does great things for the community. And, how could you not want to support the types of causes that he's supporting?
Sean Green and Adrien Beltre joining us here on the Trav and DeMarco show. And so, Sean, you had the Dodger record for home runs in a season. You had the Dodger record for total bases. And then some Otani guy shows up and does all of the things that he did. And go that game in Florida earlier this season where he just homer, double. And I instantly thought of the game that you had in Milwaukee. Did your phone start to blow up when he started to do all of those things? Because all of a sudden, you were in his sights for a variety of different reasons.
Yeah, he came at me hard, didn't he? Yeah, it was amazing. No, I mean, actually, Belly here, the year after, or a couple years after, I had the 49. He had 48, and I feel like he probably purposely didn't.
You want to let him live?
I don't want to break.
No, he's such a nice guy.
My best friend record, so I'll let it go.
Sure. Yeah, he's such a good guy. Like he felt bad too. He's like, I don't want to break your record. But anyway, Otani, what he's done it's a whole other level. I'm just, you put the pitching aside, just to steal 50 bases plus and hit. I mean, he didn't just pass my record. He blew past it, and it seems like every year we think we've seen, the most a baseball player can do, and he does something new.
When you guys get up that high, 30, 35 home runs, I mean, you just collapse into your brain and stay away from the rest of the world, try to block out the noise? I mean, because everybody's talking about you at that point, and you're trying to focus. What's it like being up that high when you're about to hit 40 home runs in a season?
For me, it wasn't as easy as somebody I know to my right. But once you pass 30, it's just a plus, whatever comes after,
Once you pass 30, it's a plus. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. You don't look for the noise and listen to whatever is doing. I mean, you're playing the game to win the ball game. Whatever is needed for you, you try to do that. And, home run comes, they come. You don't look for it, they come. So, they're always welcome.
You found a few along the way, Adrien. That's why you're in the Hall of Fame. And they should put you in the Hall of Fame for another reason. And I've never had an opportunity to talk to you before, so I'm going to ask you. And I've heard this. I don't know if it's apocryphal. I don't know if it's true or not. Did you really play third base for as long as you did without a cup? That's insane.
That's a good question. Yeah, go ahead.
Unfortunately, yes.
Look, I know you got good.
Tell him what your cup was. Show him.
That's my cup right here.
Yeah.
Your hand was
his hands.
Never once you're like, look, I know I got good hands. I know I can catch the ball, but just in the case there's a bad hop, anything, just never.
Oh yeah, twice. I just didn't feel comfortable wearing it. I felt like I was not smart. That was not smart to do. I wouldn't teach anybody, but I felt free playing with no cup, and I got one incident when I got hit, and one of my goodies, and it was not pretty. But if you're gonna hit me once in 21 season, I'll be okay.
Well, after one, I would have learned. The experiment would have come to an end. We're also joined right now by another former Dodger. You see him on Dodger broadcast as well. James Loney is joining us right now. James, pleasure to have you here.
Nice to meet you, man. All right,
as well.
All this royalty up here. Go ahead. Yeah.
So you're dressed like a golfer too. So you got? Is this what you do?
Yeah, I dress like a golfer. I don't play like a golfer. I got to show up like I can play, and then I rely on these guys right here. So.
That's the first thing I asked him. Like, everyone's dressed like they can golf. Can they all golf? And what did you say?
I said, nope.
Not at all.
I guarantee you they might look like golfers, but there will be a handful
Looking the
that
part.
don't.
Yes,
sure.
it's going to be fun. You're not nervous before you go out there and tee off or anything like that?
I mean,
golfing gives me a phobia, but go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's a different than a bat. You know, you got to remember there's a club face on it, but I'm just trying to find the ball.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit it hard and find it, and then you know, if I get a par, great. Bogey golf is fine too. I'm relying on my guys today. Jerry's, who we got? John, Nomar,
you got a
and
group.
Steve Sax.
Okay.
Yeah, we got a little group today.
That's not a bad group.
I'm trying to look like him. See how relaxed he is?
Yeah, well,
I don't have the golf relax.
You need the putter as
Is that
a
what it
cane.
is? I don't have that. Yeah, it just doesn't look right. Yeah.
All right, I got a quick baseball one for you guys. You know, all offensive players, all you guys great hitters as well. When you watch baseball now, and it seems like every guy that comes out throws 100. Every single guy's got a cutter or some sort of pitch that moves this much. Sometimes it goes this way. How does he make it a hit anymore? And obviously guys are able to get hits. Guys are still putting up runs. But before, when you guys were first coming in and through your careers, maybe there are a handful of guys that could throw 100 in the whole league. It feels like every team's got 4 or 5 guys that do that now.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, Sean and I, last week playing golf. And I don't know what the answer is, you know. But, again, you have to evolve. I think guys that are facing 94 to 100 now, they get used to it and seeing it. And, I mean, they're athletes, but I don't know exactly why everybody's throwing 100 miles per hour. Something in the water, I can't.
I think guys just have to have a plan like they've always had, but it's just more anticipation. Okay, this guy's throwing harder. This guy has that movement. You know, you face guys like Mariano Rivera. You know, he had that cutter, but it's still hard to hit.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about if the game was invented today, I don't think we would all agree that 60 feet, 6 inches is the right distance. And we'd probably back it up a little bit, right? If we all got in the box today and we're trying to invent baseball, I just feel like it's a little close.
And I'm a huge baseball fan. It's my favorite sport. But I've been advocating for a while. Like, I'm not saying you got to move it back to where second base is, but 8 inches, a foot, I don't know. That seems like it would at least be – we could bring back guys that could put the bat on the ball a little bit more, whereas before now it's just a bunch of strikeouts, a bunch of home runs too. But everybody throwing 100 with cutters like this –
Or
Sean,
what
are you supposed to do?
Yeah, no, I think it's the type of thing as a hitter. I remember we used to go play Seattle, and they had Randy Johnson and maybe another guy that threw hard, and then they'd always put Jamie Moyer right after Randy Johnson because it's not necessarily the speed that makes it so hard. It's the difference in speeds. You know, what made Pedro Martinez so good is it wasn't just that he had a 96, 97 mile an hour fastball that felt like it rose, but he had that 85 mile an hour changeup that came out the same way. So. I think if you get adjusted to it and you're facing guys that throw 100 every day, you're going to get adjusted to it. But then all of a sudden you're going to face a guy that starts to paint the corners and move the ball around. That guy's going to be tough.
They're exactly like I thought they would be. He's scary. He hadn't moved yet. Yeah, you're intimidating me already, and you got me with the cup thing. Yeah, you got me with that one.
I'm glad I finally got to ask because I'd heard it a few times. I'm like, really? Okay, but if you're telling
me. One more. That Mariano cutter. What does that look like coming in? And you know it's coming.
I'm just easier for you guys or easier for you?
No, it's easy for us.
Yeah, way easier.
It's difficult for them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. They would bring Mariano or Kenley Jansen in to face lefties, right? To get in under their hands. You know it's coming. You may hit it good, but you pull it foul a lot of times. It's hard to tell how much it's cutting. I think that's the thing. Sometimes it can cut more. Sometimes you can just put a little baby cut on it. So, like I said, when the ball's coming that fast from that short of a distance, it's just hard to square it up every time.
Yeah, it was like an optical illusion. I got him early. I faced him a lot early because we came up the same year. I was in Toronto, he was in New York, or right around the same time. And, I remember I tried moving up in the box to get it before it cuts. I tried moving back in the box to make it, a little slower, in, out, and nothing worked. And one time I told Pat Henkin, former Cy Young winner in Toronto, I said, I'm just not swinging because it's a ball. So I go up, there's a guy on third, went out, like in the 10th inning or something like that. I take the first pitch, it was right down the middle, didn't move. I look in, he's just like, give me the thumbs up. I keep going. Next pitch, same thing, right down the middle, didn't move. And then he's laughing. And then the third pitch, the ball hit the catcher's glove, and then I swung. But he just almost was like he's psychic or something. He just knew exactly wherever you moved, he was going to put it in a spot as a left-handed hitter that you just couldn't hit.
Guys, it's a real pleasure. Sean Green,
yes,
James Loney, Adrien Beltre, congratulations on the Hall of Fame, Adrien.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Appreciate you coming out here today. Thanks, fellas, very much.
Thanks, guys.
Nice to meet you, man.
All right, we'll come back. We'll talk more about Luka Doncic's debut with the Lakers tonight and the trade that wasn't. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. James, thank you. Sean. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, let's talk about the law offices of Joseph S. Normand, DeMarco. Our pal Joseph S. Normand is the call you make after you've been injured in an accident. 213-747-2000, because, DeMarco, what do we know about insurance companies?
Accidents are devastating, and look, anything you say to an insurance company can and will be used against you at any point during the process. So make sure you have somebody like Joe in your corner. Make sure you have Joe in your corner. Tell you your options. Tell you what to do, what to say, and what not to say. Call him immediately. There were 2 wrecks on the way up here. I was screaming out Joseph S. Normand on the way by. So make sure you have Joe in your corner.
Well, look, you want an expert. You want somebody that knows what the insurance companies are up to, that knows what the insurance companies are actually supposed to do and not what they're telling you should do. That's why you call the law offices of Joseph S. Normand. 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com. And when you do call, make sure that they know that Trav and DeMarco sent you in.
At ESPN.
This is Los Angeles.
The city of angels.
It's Hollywood.
Star effing driven town.
It's showtime.
Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Go!
It's Lake Show.
Where the spotlight never fades and the stars shine the brightest.
Bryant to shot! A town known for big names and big moments.
Back to LeBron. They're going back and forth here, up and down. LeBron to the rim, another one. 2 tomahawk dunks.
Because in L.A., it's not only about the game.
It's about the stars that make history in the city of champions.
This for me is a fresh start. I get to play in L.A., I get to play for the Lakers, and many, many legends pass here, many, many championships, so that's my goal.
LA's new superstar goes by the name of Luka, and he plays right here
on 710 ESPN.
Star effing driven town.
Hey, everybody, excited to have with me in studio the one and only Dr. Monica Madden from Beverly Hills Ortho. Hi, Dr. Madden.
Hi, thanks for having me. This is exciting.
All right, let's get to why we want everybody to listen carefully, because you have a special offer for ESPN LA listeners. Tell me about it.
We're really happy to be part of the ESPN LA family and so grateful for everyone listening right now. We are giving the first 5 people who register now and every time this airs $1,000 off Invisalign or braces treatment. Just go to BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and enter the code SMILE and you're on your way.
So enter the code SMILE at BeverlyHillsOrtho.com and I could get $1,000 off Invisalign?
Yes, absolutely.
And what if I wanted to just call the office? Can I get the offer that way?
Yes, absolutely. Just say SMILE and you heard it on ESPN.
877-7, let's do this.
Yes.
Or, Monica, as I like to say, BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
Bottom of the 9th, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going. Yes!
Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rolo Chevrolet.
Hey, it's Bethel Duran. When you get into an auto collision and damage your vehicle, there's only one spot for you to call. That's my guy Leo at Active Collision. Experienced paint and body technicians will make your car look like it's brand new. You get a free estimate when you call 626-330-0100. They work with all insurance companies. Mention 710 and you get 50% off your insurance deductible. Call 626-330-0100, 626-330-0100, or visit activecollisionrepair.com.
Real love begins with self-love. So, yeah. Hello, Sage Spa. Book my massage for Tuesday morning. Now your top reasons to visit Morango.
Get a classic car Bluetooth speaker when you earn 500 points on your rewards card, the 18th.
Number 2.
Shy and Montel Jordan, live February 15th. Get tickets now.
And the number 1 reason.
President's Day freebie. Rewards members get an American flag trucker hat free, the 17th.
Morango, good times.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time and switch to the expensive shampoo with amino acids. Sure, you don't know what those are or why you need them, but it sounds very impressive. And if you switch and save hundreds, you can massage it into your scalp every day. Now, if only you can get people to lean toward your head to smell those aminos. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time. For shampoo? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
Now the Lakers are going to be very dangerous.
I'll share this story with you. I was listening to a podcast the other day, and somebody said they got a text from an NBA GM, and the text was, effing Lakers. They did it again.
Yeah.
That's how the rest of the league feels.
The OGs of LA Sports Radio. That's Mason and Ireland.
On 710 ESPN.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN, your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
DeMarco, I'm going to have to recalibrate some things here.
What up?
I'm going to have to move Danny Ortega, actor Danny Ortega.
Yeah.
Towards the top of the Rams superfan category.
Oh, Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah, Danny Trejo. Yeah.
Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo came over to you and started breaking down the Rams immediately.
Immediately.
Like he is all in.
Yes. There 1 second. But he is a member of the Ramily.
He was ready.
He's the guy that gets off the bus first.
So watching the game last night, and the Eagles just smashed the Chiefs. They were better on offense. They were better on defense. They were the better team. In every possible way last night.
Dare I say, better coached.
Last night they were.
Last night, I mean, look, I think Andy Reid was he was hamstrung. I mean, you had problems along the O-line. Tooney's your best guy. He's your toughest guy. You had to bump him out to tackle.
Playing that position.
That's a guard playing tackle, so you know what's going to happen there. And then you have probably your third best option at guard against the Eagles.
Jalen Carter.
You have no chance to run the ball. Yeah.
Look, I am not a football genius, but I know this. If one team dominates the line of scrimmage, they're going to win.
Yes.
It's not complicated. If I can't protect my quarterback, I'm going to lose.
You can't run. You can't keep him off your quarterback. What chance do you have?
Virtually none. And you got to see it last night because as great as Patrick Mahomes is, he was overwhelmed. He just got swarmed by what was going on.
Good pressure beats good quarterbacking any day. And on the other side, I thought Spags and the Chiefs did everything they could to stop the run, to stop Saquon Barkley. But what does that do? It opens you up on the outside.
Saquon, look, if you just looked at the box scores, Saquon is pretty quiet.
Yes.
He did not have a huge game. All the props on Saquon did not hit. He didn't score a touchdown. He didn't have a long run. He didn't
25 carries, though, right?
Yeah.
So you had to honor that.
But of course.
Yeah.
And it was just one of those, okay, you want to do this? Well, Jalen Hurts is a real NFL
I'll hit A.J. Brown over here. I've got Devontae Smith over there. I've got a tight end that you keep forgetting about that's wide open again. There was almost nothing you can do. I thought this was the game for me. This is what said it. Outside of the Zach Bond pick, when they did the tush push.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Jones is their guy.
Mm-hmm.
He is underneath that pile, looked like he got run over by a car. Was on the bench.
His neck was bothering him.
And then he's out of the game.
Yeah.
That was the game. That was the moment for me. Like, it's physically impossible to play that much football, and then you have to meet that in the biggest game of your life. Oh, my God, forget it.
I kept waiting for the moment where you're going to say, uh-oh, they figured it out.
The Chiefs?
Yeah. Mahomes is Mahomesing, and it just never happened.
No.
By the time they finally started to move the ball a little bit, the game was over.
Yeah.
I mean, like Em said a minute ago, that you had Kenny Pickett in the game, so it really didn't matter.
Dude, that was the ultimate slap in the face.
Well, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, you have to do that for your guys. You've earned it. You're out of the game in the Super Bowl. That's how good you are. But dang, boy, Mahomes is still out there banging.
Yeah.
You got to let Hurts play it out.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the whole show of it? Not the halftime show. Brady, the commercials. Was it fun? I had a great time. Nothing? No?
I have some factor cap about the commercials, so we can do that a little bit.
I don't want to step on factor, but it was okay.
It was okay?
It was fine. That Tom Brady is not good at that. It's just full. He's just not. He's not terrible at it.
Yeah.
but he doesn't elevate it in any meaningful way. Just repeating what just happened doesn't really help me. I need to know what it's like being the quarterback. Why does he not have time? Why is that guy not open? Why is it not working?
Tell me something.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what to do when your left tackle's getting murdered. Like, how do you adjust for that? Don't tell me that I can see that the Tooney's getting it handed to him. How do you try to fix it?
See, I think that's the issue. This is year one for him, right?
Yeah.
So what are we expecting? It's year one. You've been up there. It's weird, right? Number two, it's hard to do that job when you can't really talk to people.
It is hard to do the job.
Really hard.
But he was able to do it this week.
This week, right.
But and the other thing that really worked against him yesterday, the game was lousy. It was a blowout. So there wasn't a ton of things going on there. But
tell me what it's like to be Mahomes right now.
All of those things being a given for him, he's still underwhelmed.
I had my notepad out. I swear I did. I'm waiting for Tom Brady to tell me, how do you become a great quarterback through that?
Yeah.
When they're all over you, you can't block them and you can't run it. Tell me something.
Tell me something.
But I don't think he's ever been there like that.
But I can see what's happening.
Yeah.
I know they're getting. Why? How do you try to stop it? How do you try to adjust to it?
I'm with you.
That was the part that really wasn't there. As far as the commercials, you could maybe tell me one, and I might remember it, but nothing.
There's
really.
two I remember.
I will be talking
there's
about
two
them
I
in
remember, and it was funny.
Coming up in just a little bit. Factor Caps right around the corners. Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Somehow, someway, the superstars end up in Los Angeles.
You don't come here for nothing else than championship, so I have everything left to prove, so the goal is to win the championship.
Welcome home, Luka.
Back to Luka. Luka, step back, another three. Hit it again. And Luka has swished 2 threes.
What does this mean for the Lakers' chances at another chip? I guess it's time to find out.
Luka still dribbling. Wide open for 3. Good.
It's a gift. We're talking about a 25-year-old that is top 3 player in the universe.
I get to play in the greatest club in the world, and I'm excited for this new journey.
I can't think of a more amazing starting point to build a roster for the next decade, and I know he has the drive to win that we have here. Our fans are going to see that every night on the court.
This is the home of the Lakers and the new home of Luka. 710 ESPN. When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun and excitement? You got to check out Chumba Casino. It's 100% free to play. No purchase required. Enjoy hundreds of thrilling social casino games anytime, anywhere, like bingo, slingo, slots, and solitaire. Whether you're chilling at home or on the go, get in the action. Play now for a chance to redeem some serious prizes at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus T&Cs apply.
Hey everybody, it's Cappy. LA Food Bank wants you to know if you would like to help out those in need or those impacted by the recent wildfires, you can donate your time, food, or other items. Visit lafoodbank.org/fire for more details and a list of the most helpful and needed items. That's lafoodbank.org/fire. Or if you'd like to volunteer your time, go to lafoodbank.org/volunteer. Thank you, everybody, and stay safe out there.
Something amazing is happening when power outages strike. Teams are powering through them. That's because CDW Solutions architects are building more resilient IT and electrical infrastructures with Schneider Electric. With EcoCare remote monitoring services and 24/7 support, your organization can do more than keep the lights on. Schneider Electric and CDW make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Schneider Electric.
When it comes to protecting my family's future, I want a life insurance company that's at the top of their game. That's why I got same-day coverage through Ethos. There was no paperwork, no waiting around, and no medical exam. I just answered a few health questions online, and Ethos set me up with a $3 million policy for about $2 a day. Go to tryethos.com and get it done today. That's TRYETHOS.com. TRYETHOS.com. Sample rates as a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, we're going to get to Factor Cap coming up in just a little bit, but no way we weren't going to take advantage of this opportunity. We are here at the Jaime and Blanca Jarrín Foundation. They are raising money for fire victims and scholarships as well. And we've talked to a lot of ball players today, and right now we get to talk to a huge sports fan and, of course, acting legend Danny Trejo.
Wow.
Joining us right now. Danny, thanks for coming on. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
A member of the Ramley.
A member of the Ramley.
Not
indeed.
sports fan.
Cause.
There we go. What'd you think of the game last night?
Oh, God, did they get spanked.
Yeah. Were you happy to see the Chiefs lose?
You know what? The point spread was 1, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
Were you on the right side of the point spread, Danny?
Huh?
Were you on the correct side? Did you pick right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you're happy.
Yeah, they're going to be a juggernaut, man. I mean, how many games do you get to? I see you at SoFi almost every game.
Well, if the Rams are playing, I'm going.
Yeah.
But if I won't go just anybody.
Yeah.
I got invited a couple of weeks ago to go see the Chiefs, I think, and I couldn't make it. You know, it's like I'm a Rams. I used to sneak into the
Coliseum.
No, the Coliseum, but
Anaheim.
When they started building the, that's Dodgers.
Yeah. That's all right. Hey,
but
that kind of day, yeah.
We used to cut school and go see, like the Rams in the Coliseum when we were kids.
Yeah.
And it would just be like real easy. It wasn't like as secure as it is now. You just get with the family and walk in.
Stand in there. You and Travis got something in common. He used to break into this golf course. See? Right here.
Are you kidding?
I'm not. Well, break in might be the wrong word. I prefer sneak in.
That is the legal term.
Yeah. I used to come, and so you see this road back here, right, Danny? Most of the golf course is on the other side of the road. Well, I would park my car over there, and I'd put my golf bag over my shoulder, and I'd go in there, and I'd play a few holes, and
there you
call
go.
it a day. Yeah.
Sneak it in, break it in. How many movies have you been in? Too many to count? Yeah.
They got me at like 46, 446 appearances. I don't even know what that means. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I just work.
Do you remember all the roles you played?
Okay. People come up to me and start, and we did that, oh, yeah.
We just did that 2 seconds ago. We were talking about Desperado. That scene. I hope you remember that.
Yes.
That was the scene.
That
yes.
I remember.
That one you remember. And I was watching him just yesterday. Con Air was on.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like your character in it, but I love you. Yeah.
How did you get the acting bug? Why all of a sudden, like, okay, I guess I'll act now?
No. I actually worked with drug addicts. And one of the kids I was working with called me up at like 11 o'clock at night, and we had signed up for this extra thing.
Yeah.
And he called me up and said, "Hey, Danny, there's a lot of blow down here on my job. 1985 and cocaine.
Yeah.
Come and hang out." So I went and hung out with him just to hang out, and I ran into a friend of mine named Eddie Bunker, who was a writer who had actually adapted the screenplay.
He was in Reservoir Dogs.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And I knew him from San Quentin, really in prison.
Oh, no way.
And so he says, "Trejo, are you still boxing?" And I go, "Hell no, I'm 40 years old." He said, "We need somebody to train one of the actors how to box." And I said, "What's it paid?" He says, $320 a day. I says, "How bad you want this guy beat up?"
Yeah. I'll be right there, right?
Come on.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? 1985?
Yeah.
That was more money than I was making a week.
I'll be right there. Yeah.
And so I started training an actor named Eric Roberts.
Oh, yeah.
And the director and him didn't really hit it.
Is this Julia Roberts' brother?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so the directors just came up, and I'll never forget, Andrei Kozlowski, a Russian, his first American movie. He comes out and goes, "You be in movie, and you fight Eric in movie." And then he says, "And you be my friend." Okay, well, now you be my friend is kind of a red flag to a guy that's been in prison.
Okay,
Right.
yeah. Guard comes up, right.
What kind of friend?
Well, you know,
And,
referring to
and
here.
so
Yeah.
I got ready to say something. He kisses me on both cheeks and walks away. I turned to Eddie. Eddie, look, the 320's mine, but if I got to kiss the old man, I want more money.
I like it. Yes, sir. Wow.
And you know what? I mean, he changed my life. I got a SAG card. I've been doing movies ever since.
That's
You
fantastic.
just told us about the tacos. You're about to open another one in London?
We got one in London right now. We're going to open another one because we're on the west side on Portobello Road, which is amazing. And then we're going to open another one on the east side. And we've got 5 here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And they're doing good. I got 2 business partners that are just Ash Shaw and Jeff.
Yeah.
The best.
What a blessing from San Quentin to owning
That's-
tacos
internationally.
That's
There
what I'm
you go,
talking
for
about. Yes,
sure.
sir. Yeah.
We are talking with
Worldwide.
actor Danny Trejo. Danny, tell me why you're here today. Obviously, it's the Jaime Jarrin Foundation. They're raising money for a bunch of good causes. What does Jaime mean to you?
Alicia Del Valle, she's like we've been pals for years, and it's kind of like, hey, firefighters, come on, I went up there, but it caused it was too much of a distraction, you know, and I don't want to be signing autographs when people are crying, losing their houses and stuff. So we came back and just sent them food, and it just seems like that, and just, you know, help. That's what we do. I think that's what the good Lord put us on this earth for.
Amen.
Help each other. And you see the people that are really successful are most of the helpers. You know, most of the people that are willing to give, even in their time, you know, and some people can write a check, other people can give their time, you know. And that's the beauty of us.
How could somebody that plays so mean characters in the movies be so nice? Yes. Didn't I see you in Spy Kids too?
Yeah.
See, it's nice. It's nice when I see you in that role. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
That made me. Robert Rodriguez made me a household name.
Yes.
All over the world.
Right.
That one, boy. Spy Kids. Everybody has seen that movie.
Of course. Yes. And I love seeing you at SoFi. Yeah. But did I see you with a Niner hat on one time though?
Oh, somebody! I lost a bet.
You lost a bet. Okay, that's what it was. I told
that's
you.
all right.
That's it.
all right.
Okay, losing a bet's okay.
You got to pay off the bet.
You got to pay off. But you are a member of the Ram League.
God.
Okay. Dyed in the wool. Like you said, he broke into the stadium.
Yeah.
Just like you.
Sneaked in. I don't know. My grammar's not very good for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking with DeMarco, Danny, and talking about the Rams going into this upcoming season. And now all of a sudden, you know, everything felt like, okay, how do you beat Patrick Mahomes? How do you find a way to do that? And now it's, how do you find a way to beat the Eagles?
Oh, yeah.
DeMarco, it seems like the Rams kind of sort of solved the San Francisco 49er puzzle this season.
Yeah.
But now you've got that Philadelphia puzzle, which is a totally different thing.
He just said it. We agreed. One way to beat Philadelphia, or the road to it, is to keep Matthew Stafford as your quarterback.
Yeah.
They gave him as good of a look as anybody through the whole postseason. The Rams were the only team that had a real chance to beat him.
Yeah.
Now he's going to want like $50-some-odd million. That's the business.
You throwing some tacos, Danny?
Yeah, I'm good. Okay,
Yeah.
got him.
Yeah. Let's get your agents out
We'll
there.
send him.
Matter of fact, you represent him now. Tell him. Tell the Rams you want. There you go. This is my agent right here. This is the guy I want coming in for me. Yes,
for
sir.
sure. Danny, thank you so much
man.
for coming by.
Good
I
to see you,
appreciate
brother.
you a great
Yes,
deal.
sir.
Thank you guys
sir.
so much.
Thank you.
Yes,
That was great.
yes.
All right. Listen up. Give us a call right now. If you call right now, 877-710-3776. I'll give you that number one more time, 877-710-ESPN. And you give us your best of the NFL weekend. And if you get selected, you got a chance at a 2-night accommodation, golf or bowling for 2, and dinner for 2, all at Fantasy Springs Casino. That is coming up next on the Travis DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if your car is ready for service, you know what to do right now, right? Valvoline Instant Oil Change, home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change, because you are in and out in about 15 minutes. At Valvoline, you don't even need to get out of your car. You sit in that front seat, nice and relaxed, while the expert technicians go to work on your car, making sure that it runs at its best. Oil changes, transmission care, everything that you can think of, wipers, at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You get rid of that terrible squeaking sound, right? And every time you throw it on, doesn't rain here a lot, but when you need it, you need it. Valvoline can hook you up with that as well. Here's what you do. There are 80 locations in and around Southern California helping you get your ride ready for the road in no time at all. To find one of those 80 spots, you go to SoCalOilChange.com. You're going to find one. There's one not far from you. I guarantee it. You can download yourself some coupons on your next Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
The City of Stars has a new superstar.
Just for Kobe to know my name was amazing for me. I just wish Kobe and Gigi were here to see this moment. I'm excited about this new journey. Happy to be here.
The home of Luka and the Lakers is 710 ESPN.
At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, we're a nationally recognized leader in pediatric care, honored by U.S. News and World Report as one of the best in the country. Here, we achieve amazing breakthroughs that change lives. From groundbreaking cancer therapies that offer new hope to young patients, to advanced heart procedures that save lives, we partner with families to conquer challenges and achieve extraordinary outcomes. Choose the best care for your child at chla.org.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gat. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256 or avnergat.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gat. Your claim, our game.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN. Get your yard game ready with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Ego has nearly 200,000 5-star reviews from homeowners like you. Ego delivers the power of gas, but without the noise, fuss, or fumes. Best of all, Ego 56-volt arc lithium batteries are universal, so they fit all 90 tools. Power your yard, power your tailgate, power your life. Learn more at egopowerplus.com.
This is the Travis and DeMarco Show.
Now weekdays 9 a.m. to noon on LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
All right, it's time for our best of the NFL weekend. Mr. Farr, what was the best thing you saw yesterday during the Super Bowl?
Well, I mean, it's going to be hard to top talking to Danny Trejo a minute ago.
Say, yeah, for sure.
I'm thinking about the movie Heat right now, but I'll just go through this. This is the ball possession chart for the Kansas City Chiefs. 4 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 3 plays, punt. 3 plays, pick. 3 plays, punt. 1 play, pick. 3 plays, punt. On and on and on. Finally, they turned it around. 5 plays, 12 plays, 1. That is absolutely of a guy in offense that we thought might have been the best ever. And you went out there and just absolutely locked them up. I have never seen such domination of a great player ever in my life like this.
Yeah, we've seen butt kickings in Super Bowl before. That happens once in a while. But I don't know if we've seen that sort of butt kicking on a guy that we thought might be, I don't want to say unbeatable because he'll lose occasionally. Unbeatable.
Yes.
Somebody that always at least has a fighting chance, and he did not yesterday. He got absolutely
6 sacks, 11 hits. It was just, I felt bad for the guy.
You know what else?
And that's rare.
Too? He looked confused. He looked rattled. He looked like he was on tilt. Like Mahomes never is on tilt.
No, it looked like he was afraid for his safety.
Yeah.
Like my first thought is,
where the heck am I supposed to go?
I'm going to get hit by you, or you, and I'm not sure where to go with the football. Yeah,
it was crazy. The best of the NFL weekend for me was not something that happened during the game, but rather happened after the game. That the Philadelphia Eagles had not one but two different players celebrating birthdays yesterday. Saquon and Cooper DeJean were both celebrating their birthday yesterday, and they brought out a cake on the ESPN set when they were interviewing them, and they're nibbling on their cake, which was cute and all that. That's fine. Yeah. But then, fast forward, I had the TV on, so this is a good half an hour later.
Yeah.
There's still a good chunk of the cake on the set, and Booger McFarland's just eating cake in the middle of the show. It was great.
It's there.
I was eating it too, and that's why I
go.
liked it. I'm like, Boog's doing it. Like, if you leave a cake there, I'm going to eat it. I'm not just going to stare at it.
And it's a high-dollar cake, too. You know that.
For sure.
There you go.
Booger eating cake was absolutely terrific. That's DeMarco's best of. That's my best of. Let's go to Riverside and see what Bruce in Riverside. What's your best of the NFL weekend, Bruce?
For me, it had to have been the stud rookie, Cooper DeJean, taking it to the house on his birthday. You just cannot get better than that.
No doubt. I want to call him DeJean, too.
It's
DeJean.
DeJean.
Yeah.
From Philadelphia.
I want to call
DeJean.
I want to call him that. Fantastic. Great player. The Rams wanted him. Yeah, he wasn't
there.
Yeah, he wasn't there. I remember Maurice Jones-Drew just loving this kid, and he's turned out to be a fantastic player, probably going to be a Pro Bowler at some point.
He might be.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a great rookie season. He was terrific. Congratulations to you, Bruce. Here's what you get. You get 2 nights of accommodation. You get golf or bowling for 2 and dinner for 2, all at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino. Make sure you stay on hold, and they'll get all your information there.
Emily doesn't get one? Because
what was your best, Emily?
I thought I had it. Can I guess? The Jets are moving on from Aaron Rodgers.
That is pretty wonderful. But the thing is, a place that he could land could be very close to my heart. So maybe not.
And for those that don't know, Emily is a Steelers fan.
Careful.
And Aaron Rodgers, let's just say, is not Emily's favorite player of all time.
He might be.
If Aaron Rodgers comes to the Steelers and starts winning games, how do we feel about that?
I'm gonna cheer for him on the field.
Yep. There you go.
You better not say anything afterwards about
he will.
else.
He won't.
He definitely
cannot pull that same drag in Pittsburgh. There's no way.
I'm telling you, Mike Tomlin had a lid on several crazy people for a long period of time.
If anybody can do it, Mike Tomlin could probably be the guy to do it, but
good luck.
Aaron Rodgers is Aaron Rodgers, man. He's going to do what he wants to do. Are we doing Factor Cap next?
Yeah, we're going to do Factor Cap, and then we can also talk a little bit about Luka's potential debut today.
I can't
in
wait.
The next segment.
I cannot wait to see it. We've been waiting for a little bit, and the Anthony Davis of it all just made you go, oh, my gosh, I still can't believe that Luka Doncic is here. And Mark Williams is not, which is bizarre as well. We'll get to all of that.
There's only one Jackson Hayes. Let's go.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Step
There's
up.
only one. If we had like 3 Jackson Hayeses, we might be able to ham and egg it along the way. They're going to need to find somebody more than that. It's all coming up. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
Fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap.
Well, I like what you were wearing too, George. Very
cardigan.
Very Cubano, Mr. Rogers, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a cardigan.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
Is your heating and AC system ready to power through the season? Whether it's keeping your current system in top shape with a quick tune-up or replacing an old system, Nextgen is here to help keep your home safe and comfortable. For a limited time, Nextgen is offering ESPN LA listeners a heating and AC tune-up for just $88. Their expert technicians will make sure your system is running safe and smooth so you can enjoy total home comfort all season long. If it's time for a replacement, Nextgen can help with that too. They offer professional, full system replacements with the latest energy-efficient models to help you save your money and keep your home at the temperature that feels just right for you. We're here for you 7 days a week because your family's safety and comfort are always our top priority. Don't wait. Call 833-3NEXTGEN. That's 833-3NEXGEN to schedule your $88 tune-up today. And don't forget, if it's time for a replacement, Nextgen can help with that too.
NEXGEN. Call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Hey, it's Steve Farr. If you're like me, you just don't want to watch the game. You want the best experience every time. That's why Absolute Sport is a game changer. VIP access to the biggest games, exclusive pregame parties, luxury hotels, whether it's courtside, ringside, or the 50-yard line, Absolute Sport makes sure you're there, not just watching, you're living the action. Visit us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT sport and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
Bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, crowd rocking for Rolo Chevrolet's top hitter, Mike Capozio. He's facing off with the Bulldog, and these two have quite the history. Here's the pitch. Oh, and he got all of it. That ball is out of here like a red Corvette, and it's going and going and going.
Yes! Dad, are you having that dream again?
Come see what the fun is all about at Rolo Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. Here we go. It is Factor Cap time. Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show. Each weekday around 10:30, producer Emily serves up what's going down, and fun and frivolity ensues. Special thanks to the law offices of Joseph S. Normand for making Factor Cap possible.
It's Joseph S. Normand. It's Factor Cap on the Travis and DeMarco Show on 710 ESPN. And if you've been hurt in an accident, let me help you. Call my office at 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let's do it. Factor Cap right now.
Take it away, producer Emily.
Aloha. Hody.
What's fact is that those eggs here are fantastic. I was
yeah?
on the breaks, and eggs are few and far between these days, and so
their eggs are like rubies right now.
Like
they're worth their weight in gold.
At Trader Joe's, they're only allowing you to get 1 dozen eggs once a day.
Wow.
And I was passing by one yesterday. There was a line at the door at 8 a.m. to get into Trader Joe's.
Have you gotten any eggs yet today?
I was an egg guy.
Have you gotten any food yet today?
No, I'm not hungry yet. No, I will be, though. Are you an egg guy?
Yeah.
You're an egg guy? Always egg guy? Okay.
They use the scrambled eggs perfectly here. A little wet. Great.
My daughter stopped eating scrambled eggs. Just, you know how they do.
Yeah.
They love them.
She'll be back.
She'll be back.
Sometimes eggs, you get
one of her
period
friends
time where
will start eating scrambled eggs,
and then here we go again.
She'll be back.
Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes eggs, you're like, oh, I'm eating an egg? That's weird. Okay, so yesterday, we all watched the Super Bowl. My family on the East Coast always, moans about how it starts so late, especially on a Sunday night. Why can't you just start the Super Bowl earlier? I think even with our time at 3:30, just start it a little earlier. So my statement is Super Bowl should start earlier. DeMarco, Factor Cap.
I kind of like yesterday's 3:30 start.
But what about 2 p.m.?
Okay.
Or 1 p.m.?
So for me, maybe it was the party where I went because it was 10 minutes from my house. So we watched. We didn't miss a thing. We had a great time. We had, what do you call those things? Not margaritas. There were the other drinks. I can't remember what they're called. Nope, there was something I forgot. But great time had by all.
Transfusions.
Not transfusion. Great time had by all.
Bloody Marys.
Kids included. And we got the kid to bed by 9.
Mimosas.
Nice.
For school the next day. And I heard they're going to move it to President's Day weekend. So you have Monday off.
Okay.
That's not a bad idea.
Well, we won't.
But right. But I didn't mind the start. I'll go Cap. Yeah.
Travis?
No, I kind of like it where it is. If I lived anywhere other than in the West Coast, I might have a different take on it.
Right.
But I like it. It ends at a normal time. You can get all of the post-game stuff in, and you can still have a relatively full, normal Sunday afternoon, morning without worrying about missing anything. You really don't have to be in front of your TV until 3.
Yeah.
All that pregame stuff is stuff you've probably already seen or whatever. No, I think they got it just about in the sweet spot.
I will argue that I think 1 p.m. is the sweet spot. I like things to start at 1 p.m., but that's just me. All right,
Is the black cherry vodka seltzer something?
White Claw.
Nope,
Yes.
the other one.
There's a Bud Light.
Truly.
Nope.
Okay.
High Noon.
High Noon. That's it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bing.
I should get there eventually.
Okay, so one of the most disturbing commercials that was yesterday aired not once but twice for the streaming service Tubi, which is free to everybody. But they had part of the commercial concept was that instead of a hat, it was a hat of flesh, like a cone head.
Yeah.
And I'm just forever disturbed by this image of a flesh hat on someone's head. So this commercial should be banned forever. Travis, Factor Cap.
It was Cap. I don't know if we need to banish it forever. Look, I don't know if it's because the game was lousy that I checked out on the commercials, but I can't tell you, now that you mentioned the flesh hat, it's that was kind of weird and kind of creepy, but I get it. None of those commercials really resonated for me in any way, I love that, or that was really funny. That all just kind of whiffed.
It also doesn't help that Matthew McConaughey was not in not 1 but 2 for 2 different companies.
Yeah, he was in a
also
lot. I do like the one where he's pitching food. That makes me funny.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. That commercial I do like.
Which is the one where he's doing all the coaches, where he did Ditka.
That is.
Do I have to be named the fridge? Yes.
Where he was dressed as Peyton Manning was pretty funny.
Hilarious.
Then
good.
he does a Salesforce one.
Yes.
He actually did 2 of those. One in an airport, one with the Woody Harrelson, which has already been airing across. So, anyway, DeMarco.
I'm going fact. I'm with you. The flesh hat was kind of disturbing. Yeah, and the first time I saw it, I'm like, I hope I never see this again. And then it came on again.
You said it. You reminded me right when I saw it. I know that the shape was different. It reminded me of the Conehead skit from Saturday Night Live.
It did.
It was the same thing.
There it is, right there. Yeah.
Disturbing. Do not do that again, Tupi. I swear, if you're listening.
So that's Tupi. Yeah.
So Bradley Cooper, I think a couple years ago, when this Eagles-Chiefs first faced off, he was on, I believe it was Howard Stern, and he talked about how at that point in time he was, potentially going to go win an Oscar, and he's like, I'd rather my team win a Super Bowl. I would give up any chance of me ever winning an Oscar for the Eagles to win Super Bowls. Like, he would just want, that's all he wants. So put yourself in the shoes of an actor. Your highest of your profession would be to have an Oscar. You would trade an Oscar for your team to win the Super Bowl. DeMarco, Factor Cap.
I'm an actor?
Yeah, you're an actor. Or what's the highest thing that you could achieve in your job?
I'm thinking of this. Like, if I'm an actor just coming up and this is like my first big role, this is going to make me millions after, give me the Oscar. But if I'm like De Niro and I've got a bunch already and I can give one up for my team to win, yeah, of course.
The thing is, Bradley Cooper has made a lot of money, been in a lot of great movies, never won an Oscar.
He still never has?
He never has.
Okay.
He was up for that.
He's up for the Maestro movie last year. He's been up for A Star is Born.
Silver
He's been
Linings.
up for Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, he's in, I think, also American Hustle.
I'm going to go Cap. Does it make or break Bradley Cooper to have or not have an Oscar? I'm still going to go see the guy act, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll go Cap. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, one of the people at my Super Bowl party.
Do I not get to answer?
Sorry?
Do I not get to
thought
answer?
you
forgot Travis.
Oh, I apologize. I'm out of my normal
No, I
room.
understand. I'm teasing you.
I'm glad you said something.
Give me the things that are for me. Whatever's good for them
Okay, but
is
your
fine.
teams win championships.
No, I get that. But what I'm telling you is if I were, I don't know, pick a Cubs fan, they won. Doesn't matter. Like a team that had not won, and I'm coming up in I'm a scientist. I want the Nobel Prize. I'm an actor. I want the Oscar. I would like to do the thing that I've chosen to dedicate my life to more than, hey, I root for those guys over there. Give me the thing for me.
Yeah, I guess you got more chances on your team than
I'll
no
let
doubt,
it ride.
Yes.
I'll let it ride.
Are we done?
Yes, we are. Thank you.
My parents do this, and my friend at the Super Bowl party that I was at yesterday had suggested this. My parents will sometimes do this where they'll have the TV sound off and play music while watching a football game. Like, they'll play something else and just be watching the images, no commentator, because they don't care to have the commentator. So my statement is, again, this is not the party that you're hosting. You're attending a party. You would watch a Super Bowl with music instead of commentary.
Oh, hell no. Cat, no. Why are we here? For the game.
You're still watching the game?
We can we can have the music after. The game is all that's important. Cat, I would leave. I would.
Travis?
What he said. Like, no, that's an easy one. Like I get it. Not everybody is a football fan. Not everybody wants to be. But if you are inviting me to your home for a Super Bowl party, I need the Super Bowl to be the video and the audio of what is happening.
This is the main character.
Right. This is the star of the show. And if that's not, that's fine. If you'd rather have your music, but I'm with you. Hey, DeMarco, get in the car. We're leaving. We're going to my house. We're going to turn it on, and we're going to watch it.
There you go. Or we're going to go right down to the bar.
Right. We are definitely.
Now, if you want to DJ it when the commercials come on and, pot it down.
Sometimes.
Yeah, have the music come up. And when the game comes on, go the opposite. I need the game. Yeah.
It adds. So they did a thing.
But what if you hate Tom Brady? You don't want to hear him speak.
It's still better than nothing. So they did this. Do you remember, this was probably in the early 80s, where I think it was NBC broadcast a regular, it wasn't a Super Bowl or a playoff game or anything like that, but they broadcast a regular season NFL game, and it was just Nat sound. There was no
announcers.
There was no announcers. It was just the sounds of the crowd, the birds chirping, the pads hitting, whatever it was. And it was a colossal failure. and everybody's went, what is this? Everybody hated it. So as much as you hate the play-by-play guy that you hate, as much as you hate the analyst that you hate, it's much better with them there than nothing.
No doubt.
Tell that to my dad.
Yeah. No. Factor Cap is brought to you by the law office of Joseph S. Normand. You have many choices in your legal team, but family Family always comes first with Joe. 213-747-2000. That is the law office of Joseph S. Normand. That number one more time, 213-747-2000 and normandlegal.com.
So it's not official yet. We haven't had the exact designation that it will happen tonight, but someone put out there that they are putting out on every seat the Luka 77 T-shirts.
T-shirts. Oh, okay. All right. I would want one.
Oh, heck
I would invest in a Luka jersey.
Yeah. Look, he's knocking on wood now. He's going to be here a long time. I know he's got to sign a new deal. I know that there was part of the speculation that one of the reasons Dallas traded him is they thought he wouldn't sign the Supermax, and Luka just blew that out of the water. His press conference said, no, that's not true.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get everything he could ever dream of here in Los Angeles. I think he will like Los Angeles. I think that he's going to be here for a long time. So I'm with you on the jersey thing.
I hope he likes it here.
I do too.
Yeah,
Look, you
really
never
do.
know for sure.
Right.
But from what little bits and pieces we've learned of him, I think this community has what he's looking for, if that makes sense.
Universal love, and you're good, and the team is going to be good.
Yes.
It's never going to be like this anywhere else. This is where you want to be.
I think so.
Yeah.
The thing that's the wild card is some people don't like L.A., and it's just never their thing.
But
and
a dogged pursuit of championships every year, why wouldn't you want to be in that environment?
Well, I think so.
Taxes, that's a good point.
Here's the thing: the taxes are a part of it. The other thing is, wherever he goes, they're in the mix for championships every year.
Always,
he's that good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who the worst. If you put him in Charlotte, like let's just say through a weird, bizarre.
I know he's good, Trav, but dang.
They wouldn't be good in year one.
Yeah.
But there would be players that want to go. If you had a general manager that was even mediocre at their job and surround him with some stuff, I'm not saying it would be easier there, but he's good enough that they're going to be in the mix wherever he goes.
He's good enough to resurrect or whatever.
Because
he's that good.
Let's talk about this for a sec.
But you can't make the money that you can make here.
Well, he's $120 million light no matter what happens from this point.
Right, but I mean, where else in the world can you make this up outside of New York? I mean,
make what up?
Money. Make up money. He's endorsements. Step outside.
He's going to get whatever he wants,
a billboard.
wherever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, but,
whether he's in Los Angeles, New York, or in Charlotte,
but the media
he's
market
the famous player.
It makes a difference. There's more eyeballs here.
I think it matters if you're in the middle.
Yeah.
If you're at the very top. LeBron was making all the money in Cleveland. You know what I mean? Like, it's just when you're at the very Giannis makes all the money in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's one of those guys.
I'm with you. I would rather make all the money here.
Me too.
Than there.
No,
there's
me
more
too.
money here to
I
make.
would much rather be here, but I don't think if you are – I'm trying to think of if you're Austin Reeves, the opportunity to make more money in Los Angeles is real. Like Austin Reeves in L.A. versus Austin Reeves in Milwaukee.
Oh, God.
That's a
night
huge
and day.
difference.
Yeah.
But Luka, you're going to get 100% of the money no matter where you are.
No matter. But it's just more eyeballs. And how about Austin Reeves, Mr. AR?
So
45.
So
what? Come on. Yes.
So
yes.
I am trying really hard not to get too far ahead of myself, okay?
Go ahead and say it.
But this is the next brick in that wall
That's
of
your
me
third
getting
star.
Of more and more excited because, look, all right, AD goes down and LeBron and the rest of the guys start to play really well. They look really good. They beat AD was there for the Celtics, but you beat the Knicks. You beat the Clippers. You beat really good teams along the way. And then you make the deal. So everybody gets really excited, and there's this energy that comes along with it, and everybody's fired up. Well, then LeBron doesn't play on Saturday against Indiana, who was white hot. They're pretty good. They're terrific on the road. And the Lakers, without LeBron and without Luka, they go out there and they run them over again.
Amen.
Because of Austin Reeves, who was amazing. And
ballin', yes.
LeBron's coming back. Luka's expected to make his debut tonight. And all of a sudden you start looking at it, and you look at the rest of the Western Conference, and I understand they're super hot right now.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure they aren't super good, too. You know what I mean? Like it feels like for the first time you look at it, who's better than them in the Western Conference?
There's more respect coming out of Denver than in the last 5 years.
Yep.
There's even some talk coming out of Oklahoma City that you have to watch out for.
DeMarco?
Now. Everything has changed.
Oklahoma City is terrified of this.
Everything has changed. Now, this whole thing, this rescinded trade, that's going to suck in the short term. But I'm kind of believing in Jackson Hayes. I am. I mean, what choice do you have? But what a wonderful opportunity for this guy to step into that role.
He's got a great opportunity. We'll get to the Mark Williams portion of this and what that means for Jackson Hayes coming up in just a second. But I want to come back and talk about what you just said about OKC and about Denver specifically, because those are the two teams you look at and go, okay, but I think there's a case to be made that the Lakers are in a really good position against one of those two particular teams. That's all coming up. It's Trav and DeMarco, 710 ESPN. So did you hit on Prize Picks last night? Tell me you had your Prize Picks app open and you got all of your Prize Picks action during the big game last night. Aha! But there is still more good news. We've got the NBA. We've got the NHL. The Major League Baseball is right around the corner, and Prize Picks has got you covered on all of this. All you got to do with Prize Picks is pick more or pick less. It really is that easy. You pick more or less on 2 or more players and their statistical projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money at Prize Picks. But you can't win if you don't play. So put the Prize Picks app on your phone, and when you're signing up, make sure that you use the promo code TRAV, T-R-A-V. And when you use the promo code TRAV, you're going to get $50 after you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose. You don't even have to win the $5 lineup. Win or lose, they got you covered at Prize Picks. Prize Picks, run your game. And don't forget that promo code TRAV.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
Mason and Ireland today at 1 after Travis and DeMarco.
at chla.org.
Hey, John Ireland here. Downsizing, inheriting a home, want to cash in on your equity? Call Sellers Advantage. They buy homes as is with no costly repairs or commissions. Get a competitive cash offer and closing days or on your timeline. Sellers Advantage has over 20 years of experience and even offers a $10,000 advance for moving expenses. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your no obligation offer.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
DRE number 01961658.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
Hey guys, what's up? It's George Sedano. Waiting is never fun. Usually nothing good happens when you wait. My friend Jacob in the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie want to make sure you don't wait after an accident. Immediately after an accident, before talking to the insurance company, call Jacob, man. Jacob and his team will do all the work, make all the phone calls, handle the paperwork, set up the doctor's appointments, whatever the case may be. And when you speak to the insurance company first, it's a big mistake. Because you know why? They may later use your words against you. However, Jacob and his team, they'll guide you through the process, get you the compensation you deserve, and you don't have to pay Jacob unless he wins. Nothing out of pocket. Free. Gratis. So if you're injured in an accident, the first name, the first thought, the first call should be Jacob. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. The consultation is free. That's right. Free. I told you. Gratis. Don't wait. Call Jacob 24 hours a day at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. Call him 844-24-JACOB or visit him online at calljacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Shh.
Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian.
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Oh, by the way, Ivan's no longer on the project. His wife got a new job, so they're moving across the country.
Robin's top researcher is deviating to a new market. This isn't standard.
And now we're short-staffed. Who's going to finish all these projects?
She needs a cluster of new data analysts, and there's no margin for error.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Put our matching platform to work so you can spend less time searching and more time connecting with talented candidates. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
And yes, welcome to the Travis and DeMarco Show. Now mornings, 9 a.m. to noon on 710 ESPN. Your destination for LA sports. Let's get back to the fellas. The Travis and DeMarco Show continues right now.
All right, I want to do the Lakers and Luka and their matchups in the Western Conference in a second. What are the guys, DeMarco, that play for the Philadelphia Eagles doing right now?
Oh, giving Travis Kelce all sorts of hell right now. His ex-girlfriend was there, rooting for the Eagles.
No, that's sure okay.
Oh, is that what you meant?
No, not even
okay.
a little bit.
Aren't
yeah,
they
sorry.
I
thought you heard this conversation over here.
No.
I
was just
also,
asking.
I mean, I don't know. Who cares?
After you win the Super Bowl and you've partied all night long, and you're getting ready to do whatever it is that's coming up next.
What time is it right now? It is 11:15.
And probably 12.
Are they asleep?
15?
Yeah, they're back in Philly. I'm sure they've landed. They probably had no sleep.
Yeah.
By the way, their parade is the 14th, February 14th.
Oh, so it's down the road a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So they're probably back home, relaxing, having a good time. I mean,
do you just keep the party going all night long?
You let the smoke clear. You rest and relax. The first thing I did when we won was actually lay down on the field.
Really?
Because that's the first thing they told me I couldn't do when I was playing Pop Warner. Don't you ever lay down on my field. We won the Super Bowl. I'm laying on the field.
Do whatever I want.
I'll do whatever I want. So
That's
whatever
great.
you wanted to do, this is what you're doing right now. You've climbed the mountain.
Does it hit at some point? Is it literally, the clock hits zero? It's like, or does it take a moment on the flight home on one of those something like, holy blank, I won the blanking Super Bowl.
It's the end of the mission, and you've done it. So I wouldn't say you've celebrated already, but you've already prepared to win this game. So this is just the gravy that comes with it. But this is the fun part for the Eagles, and I don't know their cap situation, but every time you win a Super Bowl, that's when everybody has their hand out.
Yeah, sure.
That's when the team changes a lot.
I
You know
can
what?
give you guys their free agents if you guys want them.
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
I got to pull it up.
I would have. I mean, look, we saw it when the Rams won the Super Bowl, right?
Absolutely.
Cooper Kupp gets paid. Aaron Donald gets paid. And by the way, sure, I get it. I'd have mine. I contributed to this. We just won the whole thing. I would like to be compensated accordingly.
My value is never going to be higher. I'm a champion. Yes.
Absolutely. And if my value isn't high enough for you, it is to someone else.
Exactly.
And if that's what I got to do, and especially once you got that damn thing on your hand, it's like, I'm not saying that you don't want another one, but now I can make slightly different decisions.
There was a guy I played with that went to San Fran. So he was a Ram, and then he went to San Francisco. I saw him when we won the Super Bowl. Great guy. His name is Marquez Pope.
Oh, I remember him.
Great guy. Yeah. And he summed it up without saying a word. He's like, congratulations, and it feels like
for sure.
The load, the weight is off your back. It is. It's true. But now you got to go out and defend it.
Go out and
Toughest
defend
thing in
it.
the world.
Or if they're not paying, I'm going to go get the bag.
Yeah.
Look, I got one, and not you want. This is what makes Jordan. This is what makes Joe Montana and Patrick Mahomes. It's like one isn't enough. I want two. Two's not enough. I want three. And you're going to keep going. But if I got one shot at this, like Mahomes is going to get his money. Those guys are going to. But if I got one shot, who's offering the most?
Oh, no doubt.
And I'm going to go get it.
My guy Kurt Warner. That day, January 30, was the last day he was actually broke.
Yeah.
Never again. You're a different guy now. You're a completely different tax bracket, and here we are.
And this is the Eagles' key free agents. This is from Adam Schefter. It's Zach Brown, Josh Sweat, Milton Williams, Brandon Graham, Mekhi Becton, Fred Johnson, Avonte Maddox, Rick Lovato, Kenneth Gainwell, Oren Burkus, C.J. Uzama, Jack Driscoll, Nick Gates, and LaRaven Clark.
There's some decisions there.
So Sweat and Becton are the two that jumped.
Brandon Graham.
I got to take care of those guys.
Brandon Graham is past it. I know he's kind of like Udonis Haslem, but this ain't basketball.
Right.
They just can't keep a roster spot for you.
Everybody on the roster plays.
Yes.
Like in basketball, not everybody on the roster plays.
Correct. And he played, and I love it. He's a team leader. Even when Jalen Hurts was getting interviewed, there was Brandon Graham saying, tell him how you feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's really interesting because I thought that right after they interviewed him on the field, when they interviewed him on the set on ESPN, I'm sure he did the NFL Network, I'm sure he did everybody, and he went into the press conference and the podium and did all these things. He was so, Hurts that is, was so remarkably calm.
Yeah.
Like, to the point of, dude, you won the Super Bowl. Like, let's see some smile. Like, you did it. Like you just said. You laid down on the field. Like, I just won the Super Bowl, man. And he was very reflective and contemplative and very, very calm. And you could just tell this is a different dude, man. He
How
just
about
isn't messing around.
His journey.
I'm crazy.
Alabama, You get
benched in the title game.
You get replaced for Tua. You have to go to Oklahoma. They're doubting you.
Kills it there.
From there all the way up to Super Bowl MVP, and you outduel Mahomes.
It's just
twice, and you finally beat him once.
He's forged through fire. He's someone that, like, if I, had a kid that was trying to struggle with, like, not making a team or, making a team being benched, it's like, look at what this guy just did.
Yes, right there.
Very publicly at a high level, but not letting it stop you from trying to achieve your goals in life. Say, hey, maybe not now, but maybe later.
No doubt. And I don't know, was it RG3? This might be the coming out party for Jalen Hurts.
Could be.
And that style of quarterbacking.
Could
no one was talking about that. It could be. Well, but I don't know if anybody has that same sort of attributes that he has.
It's a lot.
You got an arm, you can run, and you're strong as I don't know what.
It's all of it.
Yes.
He clearly has leadership capabilities.
Yes.
He clearly is smart enough. He's strong enough. He's a good runner without being a running quarterback, and he's a pretty damn good quarterback.
No doubt.
Like there's nothing like let's use Matthew Stafford as an example. Like Matthew Stafford, experience through the roof, right? Quarterback intellect through the roof, the arm strength through the roof. He's kind of a sitting duck back there. He's not moving, right? And you're kind of holding your breath every time he does take a shot just because he's been around for a while. Like, this guy is young, strong, smart, fast, tough, leader. Like, he checks every box.
And let's see how long they can keep that offensive line together, because that's going to really protect him, and that's why he's able to do the things he can do.
I would never let go of those tackles, ever, 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 ever. If I'm him, whatever you want to pay me, pay them first.
Yeah.
I would say that. And I would say, I know Stafford's listening. Stafford moved around a little bit towards the end of the year there. Remember that?
He
had a couple scrambles.
He did.
11 yards, 15
Didn't
yards.
look quite like what I saw last night, but he did move his feet a little bit.
It was the Eagles, right, where he just like kind of like went
down. In the snow, he got it out there.
When they were doing some Eagle highlight rip last night, and they were showing a bunch of stuff, and they
don't
showed a couple of
even say
players with Rams in the snow, and I'm like, the Rams, through their 4 playoff games, the Eagles' 4 playoff games, the Rams were the only team that had a legitimate chance to beat them.
Yes.
Like and again, the Eagles kind of let them hang around, and then at the end, when they were down 6, they got it back. That was when Philadelphia, the entire city, and the team's like, uh-oh.
It got quiet in there.
It got quiet in there in a hurry.
Because Matthew Stafford had the ball in his hands with a little bit less than 2 minutes to go, and he's done it a million times.
And I would take it. So I would say this. That's not the first thing or second thing, third thing I thought after the Super Bowl was over. It was one of them. That helped Matthew Stafford's cause.
Oh, sure.
Right there.
Sure.
If you want a shot to beat them, you're going to need him.
The Eagles are the best team by a margin. The Rams weren't that far off.
Yeah.
The Eagles are better. The Eagles killed them in SoFi.
Hands down, they're better.
And the Eagles are a better football, but it's not a gap that seems insurmountable. You got to get some better in a couple of different places, but that isn't I don't know what to do with that, man. Like, sometimes you see them. For instance, let's say the Dodgers win the World Series again this year. The rest of baseball is going to be like, I don't know what to do with that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do to get better than that. That Philadelphia does not feel like that.
I told you how I'd beat the Dodgers, right? I'd take it back to the 80s. I'd take it back to the 70s. We're high and tight.
Well, your guys are going down, too, and I got more than you do.
I know, right? That's my only hope.
Yeah,
what do you want me to do, pitch to them?
If you, this is like the Russians in World War II.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to get more mind killed than you are.
Destruction?
Yeah.
No doubt.
No, that's one of those you want to get, you might kill 20 to 10 but I got a lot more.
Come on. What do you want me to do? Pitch to those guys? But
no
I
kidding.
mean, I think Philly could be setting up for a run. I don't see how they get worse from here because that defense is still so young.
They're good.
Yes.
They're really good. The Lakers could look really good tonight as well. Luka has been upgraded to probable, according to Dave McMenamin, which means
he's playing.
We're going to get our first look at him without being crazy, without being like, 50. What do you expect to see? He hasn't played since Christmas.
I don't know what to expect.
Neither do I.
I have no idea what to expect. I mean, anything less than 20, I guess, would be I wouldn't say failure. It would be a letdown.
Anticlimactic.
I was trying to think of the worst debuts. I think Bleacher Report has one. Michael Jordan playing baseball.
It wasn't great.
That wasn't great at all, right? It was like,
but Michael Jordan wasn't a baseball player.
I know, but I mean, the build-up, and it was like,
you know what I'm hoping for?
Yeah.
And I'm not necessarily, it doesn't have to be 20 or 25 or with 10 boards or anything like that. I'm looking for glimpses. I'm looking for
something.
That.
They can't stop that.
That right there is what we're going to get more. The healthier he gets, the better physical condition he gets in, the more familiar with his teammates, the more the teammates get familiar with him. Like those little glimpses where all of a sudden guys are getting wide open looks, where all of a sudden he's just bullying his way to the hoop.
A pick and roll with LeBron.
That's what I'm saying. Just those little glimpses here and there are like, I thought the league has a problem because those two guys together look amazing.
The coolest thing I heard was it's almost guaranteed you're going to have either Luka or LeBron for all 48 minutes.
Seems likely.
Yes. How do you get away from that? Right.
I mean, yeah, short of one of – if they're both healthy and playing, there's not going to be much time where one or both of them are not going to be on the court. And, oh, by the way, we saw it on Saturday. Just in the event that does happen, Austin Reeves seems comfortable enough to – look, I'm not going to ask him to do it 50 times a year, but you need me to go crazy tonight? Yeah, I might be able to do that.
If I'm Luka or LeBron, I would not slow – I would go heat check with him. If you're feeling like that, go ahead, bro.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah,
look, right. We've seen it. We've seen it where the third guy just has one of those nights, and they're the guy that leads the way. And this is when we'll talk about it. We got hot and cold coming up in a little bit. But I'm telling you, the only two teams that you look at, and I know Memphis has a better record, and I know that the Clippers have kind of been around a lot, but OKC and Denver are the two teams you look at and go, okay, one of them, not a great matchup. The other one doesn't scare me at all. We'll talk about that coming up in a little bit. Hot and cold in just a minute, but a reminder that the PGA Tour is heading back to Torrey Pines for the 2025 Genesis Invitational. Give us a call right now, 877-710-ESPN, 877-710-3776, and you can win a 4-pack of general admission tickets to the Genesis Invitational. Here is who's going to be playing in this. This is a who's who of players. Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Jordan Spieth, Colin Morikawa, and a whole lot more at a signature event. So you can get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com. Torrey Pines, if you are a golf fan, trust me, there is very few places like it. Riv number 1, Torrey's like 1A. Just an incredible spot. Give us a call right now. Hot and cold coming up next.
When it comes to the NBA, Lakers and Luka, Sedano is all over it.
Luka Doncic, the newest member of the Los Angeles Lakers. Obviously, it's been a whirlwind the last couple of days or whatnot with you. What are you most excited about, though, playing with the Lakers?
I mean, just playing for the Lakers. You come here, you can see all the names, all the legends that play here. You see the trophies, so it's a big motivation just to be here.
The home of the Lakers, Luka and Sedano and Cap.
It's 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News and World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
You lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got new The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text TAP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text TAP to 321-321. That's TAP to 321-321.
As you know, we've welcomed the new partner here at 710 ESPN, Nextgen. Nextgen, the official AC, heat, and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans.
You're as cold as ice.
Call 833-3-NEXTGEN, Nexgen, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com. Time for our feature we do 3 days a week. Who's hot? Who's cold? Thanks to Nextgen. Boy, time for Who's Hot? Who's Cold? Take it away, Producer M.
All right, what's hot is
Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sure, go ahead, Trev. Have fun. X for a reason, I'm sure. So what's hot is Kiki Hernandez. He will be back with the Dodgers.
Hey, they got the deal done.
Fan favorite. We don't give a you-know-what is coming back to the Dodgers. And, well, you know, he's maybe not the most important piece in this whole entire tapestry of the Dodgers, but it's a nice thing to have a guy that so many fans love back.
He's not the most important piece, but he's an important piece. And I think that he is exactly what they needed to do. I think that he fits their role, the role that they ask of him so perfectly. He can play so many different positions. He can play all 4 infield positions. He can play all 3 outfield positions if you need him to do it.
Yeah.
He's a capable hitter, and that's fine. But he's also got that clutch gene that when we get to October, he unlocked a lot of their championship run because of his hot bat, and he was just one of those guys that has that energy that he doesn't seem to get even a little tight in the biggest moments, and when he got going, that allowed everybody else to get going, and I'm thrilled that he's back.
You guys want to reenact the celebration of the home run?
Well, the cup bump?
Yep, the cup bump.
No, that was Beltre.
No, we're not doing that.
Beltre's out. He couldn't do it. Yeah.
The Kike, the new Mickey Hatcher?
You know what? It's
kind of? Yeah. What? You looking around for him?
Kike's a better player than Mickey.
Oh, okay. Don't say that too loud.
But yes.
Okay.
But yes, they feel like Mickey Hatcher played a lot of different positions, but you need a character. You need somebody that isn't just grinding it out every single day. They care and they work hard, but there's also a certain amount of lightness and
love the game. Yes.
And Kike, this is his 4th time with the Dodgers.
Yeah.
Impressive. It's impressive.
And I like the video that he posted up, which is the video, I think, of a fan who made the edit of TV off with Freddie's home run.
Yeah.
And yesterday just also got me just rewatching Freddie's grand slam again.
So
and I was just like, I can watch that.
The algorithm
forever.
on Instagram has me figured out. It's food, it's golf stuff, and it's that Freddie Freeman home run. It's got to show up once every 20. If I'm flipping through it and it's some fan at the top of the foul pole, it's from right from mine home plate. It's the Fox feed. It's whatever
different angles. Yeah.
But I don't think I've flipped through it once. I stop and watch it every single time.
So we had cup bump and tush push in the same calendar year.
Yes, indeed.
Interesting. Yeah.
Okay, so what's cold is the entirety of the rescinding of the trade for Mark Williams, Dilton Connect coming back, picks coming back. It just feels like, it is a business. The NBA is a business. You want to make sure that the trade and the acquisition that you're making is that you know all the facts going into it. And clearly, the Lakers did not know all the facts about Mark Williams. He was not able to pass this physical. Their doctors flagged something. So I think that's pretty cold. Dalton Connect probably doesn't feel, warm and fuzzies about the Lakers. But what do you guys think?
Super awkward. It's business, though. I mean, look, it's you know what the game is, and how could the Lakers know? Until you
get your hands on him.
Yeah, until you get your hands on him. And you have him go through a battery of tests with your own doctors. I'm sure they knew in Charlotte. They were hoping it went through, I guess,
Yeah, they were maybe hoping he has a good day.
Yeah.
So,
fingers crossed behind their back.
I have so many different thoughts because what you just said, DeMarco, I think is where I ended up, but it just took me a minute to get there, which is that's pretty weird, bro. Like, they literally – you got him and Connect and Reddish are sent out. and they're told, basically we'd rather have him than you, and that's life in pro sports. It happens. It's just part of
life.
it.
Period.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. But then it's like, no, come on back in. We need you again. Like that's just going to be a weird dynamic that they're going to have to find a way to deal with.
No
that's
doubt.
Just the reality of it. But then the part that kind of navigate, how bad must Mark Williams have tested in whatever, whether it's physical or something, for them to say, oh, hell no.
It must be something
it
like
must be bad.
In the future, this is going to do X, Y, and Z to him.
Yeah,
and,
because I would have thought that there would have been at least a passing chance of just do it anyway. Like this is
back 1 year.
Back or foot, right?
Well, they said it wasn't the back.
It wasn't the back.
What they said was, hold on, I wrote it down here.
Okay.
What they said was it was multiple other issues. And the word multiple is the one that jumps out at you, because if they just said, look, it's done, right? Their players are over there. This guy's over here. We're doing it. You did it to please Luka. You need the big.
Yeah.
This is a chance to go take a shot at it. He's played this season and played pretty well. And you look at it, and I guarantee you at some point in some back room, they're like, should we just do it? I know that's going to be a problem. Should we just do it anyway?
Yeah.
And because just to eliminate the awkwardness of it, and maybe we catch a break, that they said we can't risk it, leads you to believe that there was something significantly wrong. Like not just we don't like that, but we can't tolerate
There is
that.
a pitfall down the road here.
There is a giant problem.
We should make sure to monitor his progress from here on out to see what happens.
What if he kills it?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We should watch that progress from here on out. Yes.
And what makes it even more bizarre is that in the process of them making this trade and then having to unwind it, the trade deadline has passed. So it's not like you can go, okay, we'll go over here instead.
Yeah.
They're limited to the buyout market, which is very rarely filled with players you're dying
You're
to get.
competitive as I am, right? Right?
I think maybe a little less than you, but I'm competitive.
We're competitive,
Yeah.
super competitive.
Yeah.
Okay, so the people that we're working for go on TV and says, we need a better whatever position you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
We need a better one. Wouldn't that fire you up just a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I keep saying it.
Jackson Hayes.
What an opportunity for Jackson Hayes.
But he's only one Jackson Hayes.
He's only one.
That's the problem. It's not that, and I agree with what you're saying, that maybe that does motivate him, light a fire.
I hope so. Yeah.
But the problem is he can't play 48 minutes a night. You're even if his game does bump a little bit and you are able to use him as a starter, you're still going to need a second big. You're still going to need a second person.
Even with that, I'd be like, watch me.
Yeah.
But I guess that's not even physically possible.
Yeah, that's asking a lot. Christian Wood still hasn't played since his. It's just they're in a weird spot, and maybe you catch lightning in a bottle in the buyout market. But I know I've said this a million times. I'm going to say it again. This is why the Luka trade is so different than everything else they've been doing for the last. Because had this been a LeBron thing. Right? Let's say that the Luka piece never happens, that they just decided that Mark Williams was the thing that they needed to do to get over or at least take a shot to get over the top with LeBron, and it didn't work. He's like, well, they're stuck. They're still nowhere. With Luka, the runway goes on into the distance.
You're like,
it goes to the horizon. It's like, okay, this didn't work out. Let's try again. Let's try a different guy. Let's try next season. Try the season after that. Maybe this guy doesn't work. But you might get the big you really wanted. So many different options as opposed to, I don't know, man, just throw a Hail Mary down the field and see what happens. You can move the ball down the field with this guy.
Especially with what happened on Saturday with Anthony Davis.
Oh, my God, poor guy.
Potentially, as from Mark Stein, could be out indefinitely. He played really great until...
Part of me says he's your problem now. The other part says I feel bad for him. He's going to catch all sorts of you-know-what down there.
I have not heard one person in the 5 years or so that Anthony Davis has been here say one bad thing about him as a guy.
Nothing.
He, by all accounts, he's a really good guy.
Yep.
And a hard-working guy. He's had all sorts of injury troubles, and he's a terrific player. But were you even a little surprised?
Not at all.
I mean, it was not at all. It was one of those. Anthony Davis left the game. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
You could look. We know how this goes. If the sports gods exist, and I am a firm believer in the Church of Sports Gods.
Yes.
Anthony Davis will have a career that is riddled with ups and downs and injuries and missed time, and Luka Doncic is going to come here and kill it.
See, that's what I'm worried about. That the injury history with Luka will continue if he doesn't take it seriously. He could be in the same boat with AD.
I will go.
Hell when he's well, but he's sick a lot.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. But I'm going to go with what Markieff Morris said. If 38-8 is him out of shape, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But it's not out of shape. It's injured.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Missing
calf
time.
strain that keeps on happening
Yes.
to Achilles.
That scares me.
There is a possibility, but I'm telling this, when you have a trade that is that, when everybody goes, they did.
I know.
What?
I still can't believe it.
And then immediately the guy that got the wrong end of the deal goes down.
Hurt again.
And the other guy is getting ready to come back. And the other guy, like you were saying about Jackson Hayes.
Yeah.
You think Jackson Hayes has got a line? Luka, you got rid of me?
I know. Yeah.
You got rid of me? I'm the best player walking this planet.
I like the
right
Luka
now.
revenge tour. I really do.
And
yes.
you talk about competitiveness. That guy, we've seen his level of competitiveness.
But can you leave the refs alone, though? Can we just work on that? I'll even give you, have a beer, be out of shape. Just leave the refs alone.
He whines a lot.
Can you just do one thing?
He whines a lot.
And he's going to join a team that also whines.
You know who else whines a lot?
Who?
LeBron, Steph Curry. Like
That's fine.
all of these guys that are the best in the league whine a lot.
Just give him one shout and move on. Just don't harp on it.
He does it a lot.
Don't pretend like you're yelling at him so you don't run back on defense.
You know what
I know what you're doing.
You know what I'm going to do?
What?
Yeah, you're right, Luka. He did miss that call. That was a foul. He's messing with you. I agree. But before I'm like, dude, will you shut up?
Thank you very much. See what happens when he's on your side now?
Who's hot, who's cold? It's brought to you by Nextgen, the official AC heating and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. Call 833-3-NEXGEN or NextGenAaronPlumbing.com to schedule your appointment today. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
This is Los Angeles.
The city of angels.
It's Hollywood.
Star effing driven town.
It's showtime.
Magic down the middle, just what I thought. A hook shot at 12. Good!
It's Lake Show.
Where the spotlight never fades and the stars shine the brightest.
Bryant to shot! A town known for big names and big moments.
Back to LeBron. They're going back and forth here, up and down. LeBron to the rim, another one. 2 tomahawk dunks.
Because in L.A., it's not only about the game.
It's about the stars that make history in the city of champions.
This for me is a fresh start. I get to play in LA. I get to play for the Lakers and many, many legends pass here, many championships. So that's my goal.
LA's new superstar goes by the name of Luka, and he plays right here
on 710 ESPN.
Star effing driven town.
So Mark Reel from Real Fathers writes, I always say on the air, you have to have the right family law firm that is going to get you the happiness you deserve and the justice you deserve.
Really, the legal system is designed and set up for fathers to fail. I set out to create a firm and to create something that would help all men navigate that successfully.
We have a new phone number for Real Fathers Rights.
833-ESPN-710.
And RFR710.com.
Yes, RFR710.com.
Hey, it's Mace. Looking for some fun? Dive into Chumba Casino, your ultimate destination for free, fun-to-play social casino games. Play slots, bingo, and more whenever and wherever you want. With new games dropping every week, there's always something fresh. Lounge on the sofa or play on the go. Start spinning today for the chance to redeem some sweet prizes. Play now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ TNCs apply.
Some things you wouldn't mind being stuck with, like a huge inheritance. But a phone that has to be plugged in just right so it charges is not one of those things. Switch to Verizon and we'll pay off your old phone up to $800 via prepaid MasterCard for a new one on us. Just trade in any phone from our top brands with select unlimited plans. $829.99 purchase with new smartphone line on select unlimited plans. Minimum $90 per month with auto pay plus taxes and fees for 36 months required. Less $830 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. Trade-in terms apply. Payoff phone requires smartphone purchase and port-in with new smartphone line on select plan. Must provide most recent bill showing payoff amount of eligible phone. Additional terms apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? I think my battery's dead. With free battery testing and charging, we can help you get back on the road.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
So what if I need a new one? We have the right Duralast battery for you, only at AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
And what about my old battery? We can recycle it right here at America's #1 battery destination.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
It's time for everything we haven't gotten to today. Yes, it's time for the dump.
All right, we're going to start off the dump with this.
Emily's leading the dump, DeMarco.
Be ready. Sorry, do I need a vocal
Hold
font
on.
myself?
I need a palate
you will
cleanser.
produce.
No, I just wanted to say that
Travis
sentence out
DeMarco?
loud. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah. Do you want me to make sure I ask you about your trash cap?
If you don't, I will make sure that you do. Don't worry. Don't worry about me.
So, a note from Luka Doncic in his foundation. He says, "It's been so sad to see and learn about the damage and wildfires since I landed in LA. I can't believe it and feel for the kids who lost their homes, schools, and places where they used to play with their friends. Today, my foundation is donating $500,000 to immediate recovery efforts. I'm also committed to helping rebuild courts, playgrounds, and fields that were destroyed because every kid needs a safe place to play. To everyone affected by the fires, we're here to help now and for the long haul. Your new neighbor, Luka Doncic."
That seems heartfelt, right?
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
that's the MO when you come to town.
Absolutely.
As a new person, you get into the community.
No, this
seems
is
heartfelt. Yeah.
This is exactly what he should have done. This is exactly what you hope the new star would do.
Yeah.
This is how you ingratiate yourself to the community. And, oh, by the way, it's a wonderful thing to do.
People need help.
Yeah. It's not just hey, here's a good PR move for you, which it is, but it's also the right thing to do.
I like that's the first thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Not how many points he scored. That comes tonight. But this first. Yeah, I like
that tomorrow.
We will. I mean, we will, but that's certainly nice. We've been talking about basketball forever. It's just nice to talk about somebody doing something real for people that need it.
See, the Dodgers donated $100 million?
Wow. See?
Fantastic.
I mean, it's just $100 million.
See what I mean? See, that's how you're still ruining baseball, but good job, Dodgers.
So the all-star roster of former Saturday Night Live cast members are returning to Studio 8H for the series' 50th anniversary special. So these are the people that will be at the 50th
next
anniversary.
week, right?
Next week.
Yeah.
Yes. And this is, I'm sure, just a couple of them, but some are surprises. So you have Adam Sandler.
Sure.
Knew that. Chevy Chase.
Hey.
Will be interesting.
Sure.
Eddie Murphy.
Universally disliked.
Jerk
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's a really rare accomplishment when you are widely known for being unlikable and no one stands up to say, hey, you know what? I get along with him. Like,
no one.
No one.
Not
it's
one.
Crazy.
Yes, I know.
But was, original cast member.
Absolutely.
And,
funny.
Then
Very
Eddie Murphy.
Super funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Eddie Murphy.
Hey.
Kristen Wiig. Will Ferrell. Amy Poehler. Andy Samberg. Chris Rock. Fred Armisen. Garrett Morris. Jane Curtin.
Garrett Morris I didn't know Garrett
Yeah,
Morris was
still with us. I know.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Jason Sudeikis. Jimmy Fallon. Unfortunately for you. Kate McKinnon. Keenan Thompson.
Oh,
Lorraine
hold on.
Newman.
Let's get into this. What's wrong with you and Fallon?
I just find him so not funny. I like they're every other person that you have on that list.
Yeah.
Is funny because they do funny things. They say funny things. Jimmy Fallon's great skill is to stand next to the person that's doing the thing that's funny.
You got to do the Seacrest thing sometimes. Somebody's got to do it. He's good at it.
But it's fine. You can like him. I don't.
And he's kind of funny sometimes.
No,
right?
he's
no,
not.
Yes,
That's
no.
the whole point.
Not at all. Jimmy Fallon's never made you laugh.
He's really good at people at identifying. Hey, this is going to be the. I'm going to stand right next to that guy.
Okay.
It's just
when he did the dance off with Will Smith, I was dying laughing.
The what?
The dance off with Will Smith. I was dying laughing.
Wasn't that the pants that were too tight?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was funny. Okay. Okay. My bad. Okay. Everybody else in that list is funny though.
Lorraine Newman, Maya Rudolph, Molly Shannon, Pete Davidson, Seth Meyers, Tina Fey, Tracy Morgan, and Will Forte.
What's your thought on Pete Davidson? Take him or leave him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't dislike him.
He was next to Kevin Costner last night.
Yes.
That was a weird pairing, by the way.
I was like, is Pete dating Kevin Costner now?
It was Kevin Costner.
I'm kidding.
Costner, and Pete Davidson is just the ultimate wild card.
Yeah.
You know? But Pete's kind of middle of the road for me. I don't dislike him. He's not my favorite. He's fine.
I think he's funny. I don't think he's funny on SNL. I think he always plays himself, so he can't really blend.
Yeah.
I think he's probably a good writer.
Yeah.
I just don't think that in sketches he's that good because he can't blend.
His best is when he is Pete Davidson and Jost is teeing him up.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's good like as himself on Weekend Update.
Yeah.
What was the movie you just did?
The King of New York or whatever?
Yeah,
that was a couple
King
years
of Staten
ago.
Island. Oh, my God. When Bill Burr shows up, oh, dude, it's over. Yeah.
That is a great.
Yes.
Was Bill Burr a Saturday Night Live cast member?
Nope.
No? Okay.
He's also, Pete Davidson was also really good in Bodies, 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 which came out more recently than
Comedy
King of
or?
Staten Island. It's a comedy. It's funny. Yeah.
Okay. Are you geek for this?
I am.
SNL?
I am. I'm an SNL fan, and I've watched it since I was in junior high.
Yeah.
And it ebbs and flows for sure, but that list of people that you just read off, almost everyone are like hilarious. Not so bad, hilarious. There's other than Fallon, there's not a clunker.
I'm starting to see bad kid out of you. You're watching SNL when you shouldn't. You're breaking into golf courses. What's going on here?
I'm also really interested to see the succession plan of who comes after Lauren.
There isn't one. He's leaving horizontal. No. There isn't one.
He's old, though.
That's what I'm saying. And so I would listen to a whole podcast on this.
Are you listening to the New Yorker?
Yes.
Yeah, I listen to it.
And he's going out in a box.
Yeah.
And then they'll figure it out from there. He's not leaving.
I like the idea that she kind of put out there that it'd be a committee, that it'd be like Tina Fey and Colin Jost.
You mean after him?
After they wheel the box out.
After the box. Does SNL go on after him?
Yeah, well, that's also a big question.
It makes money for him, too, I would think.
Okay.
It's making a lot of money. It still makes money, and I would say a lot of money. But anyway, a Connecticut lawmaker has introduced a bill that will require movie theaters to disclose what time the trailers start and what time the movie actually starts.
Hey,
and I just think this is a Larry David-esque bill to pass.
It is.
That's cool. Okay, you go to movies to the theater, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the movie starts at noon. You get there at 12:10. You haven't bought a ticket. Are you going in?
Yeah.
Me too. Right. Some people are like, I missed the trailers.
Okay.
I'm here for the movie. Yeah.
Here, let me get specific about this. If you don't know what time your local theater starts the actual showing of the movie, it means you don't go to movies enough. I know exactly when.
Well, that's you, though. You are an extremely small slice of moviegoer.
What's your rule of thumb? 25 minutes? 20 minutes?
Oh, I like trailers. So I'm going to go see when the movie starts, which is the time on the ticket.
Let's say it starts at noon.
I go at noon.
You go at noon.
Oh, okay. So what do you ask me?
When does the movie start if it starts at noon?
What theater am I going to?
AMC, your local.
AMC, that's about 25 minutes.
Like I said, she's very
pretty much.
She's very
and then that's when Nicole Kidman comes on. That's when Nicole Kidman does we come to this place for magic. We come to this place to feel something. So that's the AMC. But if you're going to Alamo Drafthouse pre-show starts 30 minutes beforehand when you want to get there so you can order your food and relax. And the pre-show usually has something to do with the movie that you're going to watch. So you have some behind the scenes footage, maybe something to help you understand the movie better. Then the trailers start when the ticket says, and then it's 30 minutes after that
the movie
starts.
What theater?
Alamo Drafthouse.
You ever been there?
I have once.
Yeah?
It's great.
Draft house with a movie theater.
Yeah.
So like beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a movie.
Yeah. It's fun.
You sit down.
It's good
you can order all this food.
It's going to have to be action.
It's
you give me beer and food before a movie, I'm out.
It's a good deal.
Yeah.
You get the beer and food while the movie's playing.
While the movie's playing, okay.
Don't have to order the beer and the food. You can sit there and watch the movie.
If it's there, I'm going to order.
It's going
to find my way.
I'm just saying.
Your description is spot on. That is very, very Larry David.
Yeah.
If the movie starts at 6, I get there at 6, and if there's a half hour previous, that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't. That's fine.
I will say though, the people that come in like 6:36 after the movie's already started and the first scene is happening, that's the real bozo.
Oh, I'm not moving. You're going to have to go around me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get there on time. But I will eat my Raisinets before the movie starts, and I hate that.
I haven't had a Raisinette in forever. You mentioned them the other day. So I'm with you, man. I think you and I and my son Michael are the only 3 people on Earth that like raisins.
Yeah.
But do you like them?
There you go.
They're terrific.
I like raisins.
Jeff is saying, heck no. I love raisins.
Throw them in the popcorn.
Oh, yeah. The chocolate melts a little bit.
Yes.
Well, those are the dumb topics.
Nice.
Where are you on junior mints, DeMarco?
You know, if they're an option and everything else I don't like, I will kill some junior mints.
Yeah, Milk
absolutely. First, that's my second choice.
Milk duds.
They just stick to my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll pull the filling right out of your teeth.
I'm convinced those kind of candies are invented by like a board of dentists.
Agreed.
Just to pull the fillings out of your head, so when you're done, you have to go get your teeth repaired.
Yes, but they're so good.
They're delicious. You got to slowly let them melt in your mouth
a little bit.
One more small piece of news from Dave McMenamin. LeBron James, who missed Saturday's game with ankle soreness, has also been upgraded to per the Lakers.
He's playing. Luka's playing. LeBron's playing. Let's get this thing going.
Luka, LeBron, Reeves, and let's see what it looks like. They are so hot right now. They're playing so well, and now they're going to have their very best guys. You've heard me.
Yeah.
I have not been excited about the Lakers in 5 years.
What if they lose?
That's fine.
Okay.
Let's see what happens next.
Okay.
Play again.
Yeah, okay.
Play again.
Good.
Again, for the first time in forever, this is not hey, this isn't going to work.
But just as long as we're realistic.
Yeah.
Like, they're not going to go undefeated from here.
No, but even if they lost in the first round of the playoffs, which, by the way, not crazy, that's okay.
Yeah.
They have a future for the first time in forever, and it's awesome. Super Crosstalk coming up next. It's Travis DeMarco, 710 ESPN.
The fun way to drive home is with Sedano and Cap
I'm just looking at myself on YouTube. I need a bra. Freaking disgusting. It's like I'm wearing like a see-through shirt, like I'm going to the Grammys with Kanye or something.
Sedano and Cap.
Weekdays at 3 p.m.
on 710 ESPN.
I'm here with Dr. Monica Madden. Explain Invisalign to me, because I think when people see that word and they see the price tag, sometimes they get scared off, but it's actually a pretty big improvement. When I grew up, I had braces and I had those big metal brackets along my teeth. If I came to Beverly Hills Ortho in 2024, I don't necessarily need that metal, do I?
Yeah, absolutely. So I started out with braces only, and then Invisalign came along, and it's like putting a plastic tray on your teeth, switching it out every week, and all of a sudden, months into it, your teeth are much straighter. Now, it feels like putting a glove on your hand. It's so comfortable and it's easy. Like no emergencies, no pokey wires, no broken brackets. It's really straightforward and great.
Here's how you get in touch with Beverly Hills Ortho. Call this number, 877-7-LET'S-DO-THIS. That's 877-753-8736 or BeverlyHillsOrtho.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Cap here. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gat. With years of experience and a passion for helping people, if you've got water damage at home, call Avner Gat today. 818-917-5256 or avnergat.com. That's 818-917-5256. Avner Gat. Your claim, our game.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill. It's for you.
This February, the Genesis Invitational heads to Torrey Pines in San Diego. Be there when moments become legendary. The roars echo through the trees, and champions rise. The Genesis Invitational welcomes the world's best golfers, including Scotty Scheffler, Rory McIlroy, Colin Morikawa, and more to Torrey Pines February 13th through 16th for the Genesis Invitational. This is where legends are made. Get your tickets today at genesisinvitational.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion Lakers.
KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. KSPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
No, I did not. But that's okay. How you feeling today, guys?
Excellent.
Great.
Where are you?
Good Super Bowl Sunday?
Yeah, where are you?
We are at San Gabriel Country Club, John, and you would like it here. It's quite nice.
Yeah. Are you going? Yeah. Will your clubs come out of your trunk or no?
So I made a conscious decision to not put the clubs in the trunk this morning because
that's rookie mistake right there.
Well, no, it was a veteran move. You could argue it's a mistake, but I did not want to be tempted to maybe try to play a little bit because I got some stuff I got to do this afternoon, and had the sticks been in the trunk,
priorities,
I might have made a different
priorities.
Signal.
Yes,
I know.
yes.
But
seriously.
I was telling DeMarco this earlier. This is this golf course, San Gabriel Country Club, is not far where I grew up in Arcadia, and when I was in high school, my friends and I used to sneak in the back door and play some holes far away from the clubhouse, and DeMarco says I was breaking in. I say I
technically that's
in.
the legal term when you break in.
Sneak
I think
in.
that was strategery. I think that was smart.
Exactly. So how was your Super Bowl Sundays?
Surprised. I thought the Eagles could win, but I didn't think the Chiefs weren't going to show up.
No, I mean, I didn't think Patrick Mahomes.
That might have been the worst Super Bowl since, Seattle, Denver?
Seattle, Denver, yeah. Denver finished,
Awful
I think, with
game.
8 points. And it was
no drama at all.
Yeah, no drama. Patrick Mahomes, one of the worst games he has ever played in the NFL, happened in the Super Bowl.
And
he was just not there.
No, there was, by the way, there was some drama. It was just the halftime show.
Yeah, DeMarco, why wouldn't they, early in the game when all over Mahomes, why wouldn't they throw short passes? Why did they keep trying to throw the ball up the field? Mahomes was just running for his life. I thought Nick Sirianni outcoached Andy Reid, which I never
said the
saw
same
coming.
thing. Vic Fangio was all over him, and when you have a pass rush like that, and then you start to take away the short stuff, which means your corners, your safeties are jumping on that short stuff, you're making Mahomes hold it. You're putting him in harm's way. That was the first time ever I'd been afraid for Mahomes' safety out there. There was no way to get around from it.
Yeah.
And the out-coaching for me started at the beginning when Andy Reid moved Tooney out to tackle. So you've got a guard playing tackle, and your third string, your third best option playing guard against that defense, you've got no shot. From the jump, you had no shot.
Yeah. Well, they say the hardest thing to do in sports is to give up on the game plan that got you to the Super Bowl halfway through the Super Bowl because it's not working. But that's exactly what was happening, and the Eagles never adjusted. I mean, the Chiefs never adjusted.
Chiefs. What answers do you have?
Well, they didn't have much time to adjust. I mean, it was just like, bam, you're down 17.
Where were the Lane Kiffin bubble screens?
Yeah, where's the bubble screen?
Where were the slants up the middle? Why did they keep dropping Mahomes back and make him run? I mean, DeMarco, you've been a defensive lineman. You know, if your line's overmatched, and they clearly were, you've got to get the ball out like Kurt Warner
used to. You got to move
to.
the pocket. And they did. And I just saw this. This came on Twitter, The Bird. And there was they think that Mahomes may have a head injury on one of those shots. And then
they were knocking him around.
He played like bad after this hit. So they tried to roll him out. He was just off.
Was it those 2 sacks in a row when he had the 2 sacks in a row? Is that where he got dinged up?
It was one of them. It was a pressure when he got tackled by the legs and his head hit the turf really hard.
Yeah.
And he said from then on he was different. So it happens. Good pressure beats great quarterbacking any day. You just saw it.
What's weird is you don't see this very often, but the Eagles had a new offensive coordinator and a new defensive coordinator from when they were in the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Vic Fangio is terrific, Kellen Moore is going to get the New Orleans job, right?
Yeah, but I thought I'll go as far as to say this, Trav. I thought the game was a letdown. I liked Kendrick Lamar, didn't love it. I thought the commercials were not very good. I just
uninspired.
I thought it was a very it kind of went flat the whole day.
It's hard to keep that energy when the game was as bad as it was.
True.
It's just your momentum for whatever's coming next, commercials or otherwise, is kind of out the window. Mace, go back to something before we move on to the next thing. The fact that the Rams gave the Eagles the best game does it make you feel better or worse about it?
I actually, in my notes, I said the Rams could have beaten Philly and been right in that spot. They were within striking distance. Only team to give Philly any challenge whatsoever. They were right there, and I think
let's not bury the lead here. They were one Matthew Stafford pass interference penalty away from knocking the Eagles out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they did.
Yep. We're not able to do that, but I thought we're close.
In the playoffs.
Yeah, we're close. Yeah. We're not far away. The whole defense is coming back. I assume Stafford's coming back. You're not going to be with Cup, but I think the Rams will be right back in the Super Bowl mix for next year.
I hope they are able to kind of solve it. You know, they took them a while to kind of figure out that 49er puzzle. They did it this season and finally figured out a way to beat Kyle Shanahan and that group. The Eagles group for the last 4 or 5 seasons has been the puzzle that they cannot solve. They have not beaten the Eagles in what feels like forever.
Well, the first matchup was just a boat race, and the second they hung in there really well in the snow. So, Travis, how did you watch the game? Did you go to a party? Were you sitting at home? How did you watch?
Well, I watched at home. Susan and I watched the game. I made some sandwiches and some dips and set up my cooler, DeMarco. I forgot to send you. Even though it was just the two of us, I had the full cooler mode. It was good. We did not do a whole lot, and I'm kind of glad because it was such a dud of a game.
What did you guys do?
I stayed at home. I actually What I do? I went and worked out. I drank a couple of old fashions. I had a couple of gummies. By after halftime, I was pretty gone. But in the first half, I remember well.
Yeah, you didn't.
Nice.
You played it perfectly. You did not miss a thing along the way. John, you've said this before, and I think you're right that the Lakers do big events really, really well. Right? Like they know how to
better
roll out
than
the
any team I've ever seen.
So what's tonight look like? I mean, if Luka plays, I know.
By the way,
just
just a nugget. Just came out. He's been upgraded to probable for tonight's game.
All right,
he's going to play, right?
Yeah.
So what does it look like? What's the vibe? What's the energy? What's all?
I think it's going to be killer. It's going to be great. There is someone who has snuck into crypto and sent me a picture.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, somebody posted it.
You mean broke in the
really?
crypto?
There are number 77 jerseys across most seats right now.
Wow.
I think he's playing.
Let's go.
Yeah.
But he's going to go, right? I mean,
I think
he
so.
has to go.
Yeah.
And the news came out today. He's given $500,000 to fire relief, which was real. And he wants to focus on kids who lost playgrounds and sporting equipment and that kind of stuff in the fire. So good for Luka Doncic as he arrives tonight.
What are the expectations tonight for you guys? Because DeMarco and I were talking about this, and I'm not talking like he's got to score 20 points or grab 12 rebounds or anything like that. I'm just looking for glimpses and flashes and plays here and there that said that right there, that's the thing that they can run over and over again. That play, whether it's a pick and roll with LeBron or whether it's him kicking to an open guy. But I'm just looking for those, oh my gosh, look what he brings to the team. What are you guys hoping and expecting to see tonight?
Well, I think it's going to take them time to learn how to play together. So there'll be a little of that. But I don't know how much you guys have been watching the Lakers lately. They have figured something out defensively that they are just rolling people. And
they had nobody. I was there on Saturday. They had nobody, and it was just an absolute blowout. Yeah.
It's the first one too.
The first one too. What did I say?
Mace, what
happened
in the game?
What? Complete.
Hold on.
I thought the gummies were yesterday.
Yeah, they were yesterday.
It's a blowout. It's a blowout.
Yes, blowout.
Yes.
I love it. Yes.
I was thinking about before the game there.
I got you.
By the way,
the last 4 games, and Mace, you were at the last one.
Yes.
The last 4 games, they have taken a 20-point lead in the first half. Think about that.
Crazy.
And by the way,
4 games in a row.
tonight, Utah. I mean, this is going to be like they're going to blow them out. I mean, they're going to blow them out tonight.
He had the guts to go there
again. I went there. They're going to blow them out tonight.
Yeah, you got to make a move for it.
John, Austin Reeves out of nowhere.
Not out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere. He's been doing that, and basically when you don't have anybody else, he's the type of guy who can take over a game. And that's what he should. This is why you saw on Saturday why the Lakers won't put Austin Reeves in any of these trades.
Yeah.
They know what they've got. I think they could have had Walker Kessler from the Jazz had they put Austin in the deal. They don't want to give him up because they know that the kid's just a baller. And now he's going to be open all the time because your best defender is going to have to guard Luka. Your second best defender is going to have to guard LeBron. And Austin's eating third, and now he's going to be able to kind of do what he did on Saturday. I think he's going to have a great rest of the season.
So offensively, obviously they got their 3 guys that can go do what they can do, Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. The Mark Williams thing did not get finalized. They sent him back. They unraveled the deal.
Yep.
Have you guys ever seen anything like that where it got to the 1-inch line?
It doesn't happen very often. I was looking back at it. There are very few times that it's a trade gets rescinded like that a couple of days after it's actually made. And it sounds like the Lakers discovered something beyond the foot and beyond the back that scared them off on this particular deal.
Multiple other issues.
All right, so first of all, I'm actually glad the trade got rescinded.
I am not.
You're not because
he's hurt.
You were among the people that fell in love. You and Trudell and a lot of people fell in love with this trade the second it was made, and I kept looking at it going, guys, he's never played even half of a season.
But I bet you he plays the rest of this year. I mean, he's going to go right back to the starting lineup over there. Now, there's some ticking time bomb of an injury, but the problem is the Lakers have at center Jackson Hayes, and that's it.
Right.
And no opportunity to do anything else. Like, this is how they're going to roll this year with just Jackson Hayes at center. I was looking at it, Trey Jameson, Christian Coloco, they're two-way players, so they're not eligible for the postseason. They really don't have anywhere to go at the 5.
Well, they have options. For example, you can convert those two-way guys to a standard contract if you want to use them.
You can. You got to cut somebody, right? Because there's no roster spot.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, I hope Mark Williams has a long career, but DeMarco, was it Bill Parcells who said you are what your record says you are?
Correct.
Yes. Mark Williams plays in less than 40% of his team's games, period. And I think you have to look at that and say, what do we want to bring that here?
Right.
I mean, AD, for all the crap that people gave him, and now he's out for a month
out again. Yeah.
He actually played in more games than people think. Mark Williams has played in less games
right,
than people
right.
think.
But
he's played in fewer games than Zion Williamson.
Correct.
But part of it is you fall in love with the idea of this Lakers
100%.
team with a center.
But this isn't the one.
And well, clearly not. He's broken. And Rob Pelinka could have done something else. Like if Rob Pelinka knew that he was broken, he should have gone out and gotten a different 5. And there were not a lot of guys out there. Like, for example, there was talk about Miles Turner. He was never getting traded. There was talk about Walker Kessler. He was never getting traded.
Any of those guys you're talking about, Reeves would have had to have been in the deal.
Right, and they're not, and they weren't even entertaining offers. Like Indiana, Utah, that was a figment of everybody's imagination. Utah's not going to trade a 23-year-old who's leading the league in offensive rebounds and is second in the league in blocks. I mean, Walker Kessler was never going to move. It was a nice idea that he'd be great on this team. Again, 23 years old, chance to ascend at the 5. But right now, they're going to have to figure out how to play without a center for all intents and purposes.
That's the part that I don't want to say it's exciting that they didn't get the guy that they had their eyes on. But what gives me so much enthusiasm and just excitement moving forward is that before all of these moves, like they had to pay off now. And now you're looking for something that can pay off now, but it also, with Luka being 25 years old, it opens up the opportunity to try to fix it now, to try to fix it next year, the year after that you can tinker with it and still be really good in the process, that you don't have to hit a home run with your next move the way that it felt like you did with LeBron and AD.
Yeah, I feel much less like this team's going to win a championship this year. I thought adding a center would have made a huge difference. Somebody to protect the rim, somebody who's big and athletic, somebody who can play the lob with Luka.
Yeah.
Luka loves to lob the ball in there. They don't have that guy now, so it's gonna come down to how well Jackson Hayes plays, and they're gonna have to play smaller.
Hey, that Patrick Mahomes, he's nothing like Steve Mason. That's how you recover from a turnover. That's how you do it.
That's how you do it for sure. Yeah, Mace, glad I wasn't at the game on Saturday. You never know what you're going to see.
Exactly.
Super
Never
Crosstalk
know.
is brought to you by In and Out. In and Out. That's what hamburgers are.